Hello, so we are live now. Greetings, greetings.
We are
What is
live
up?
once again.
Yeah.
Am
Who
I
is
visual? Am I visual on the front end?
you are? Let me just check on my phone and then I'll see if I think it's all working all right.
I would do it, but my camera looks like shit.
Hey, Ricardo, listen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what?
we're all working. We're all working.
So
Yes. So
no Waller tonight. No Lemur. You got us.
late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
us fucking scoundrels.
anybody wanting the view with Whoopi Goldberg and fucking Rosie O'Donnell, you ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
No, but that will happen at some point. It will. He's busy
I'm
making.
Afro gamer dude.
Oh, shout out to Red Bull. Yay! I had a Red Bull
Red
for
Bull.
years. Mm.
What's up with Red
Red
Bull these
Bull's.
days?
Well, he's quite the boxing fan. He put me on to a boxing match that was pretty impressive. But
Oh, he's really into
I'm
it.
he's really into it, or he's just fucking trolling us, and he's pulled out a bunch of stats to make him seem.
No.
When I saw him fight with some guy from Australia I never heard of, and Zab Judah, who is a guy who was on Showtime and stuff, and the fight was good. I cannot get into middleweight fighting. I mean, if I'm gonna watch boxing, I'm gonna watch heavyweight boxing.
I just watch whatever there is, whatever it is.
Dude,
It's all.
I watched a little documentary about Butterbean. Dude, that guy was a beast. Like you should see some of his punches. Like when he connects on a punch, man, it's bone shattering.
He's pretty impressive.
Guy
He's like a journeyman.
Yeah. He just went to tough man competitions, right? He started off
Yeah,
and he would
exactly.
just knock people's block off, just like you know what I mean. He would just take a few punches and just swing a haymaker and just obliterate guys.
Yeah. I mean,
Greetings, Curia.
oh, my back.
Sneaking about the place, creep's gonna creep. Have you not got the giddy kippers over at fucking talking about Mike Mullis for a change?
What did I hear about? We could talk about Mike Mullis. We could do it better than them. What did I see recently of Mike Mullis? Mike Mullis is promoting a guy on Rumble. My guy, this fucking guy is e-begging for a Rumble tournament. He wants people to donate to some fucking tournament that's for charity. It's for charity, but he wants people to donate money so he can put on some online gaming tournament. Says, when do you need money to put on an online gaming tournament? Mike Mullis is promoting it. Fucking asswipe. Mike Mullis has bought subs, bought views all over his channel. That's Rumble though.
Oh right, just
Panda sub too. Rumble does. I think Rumble does it. I think Rumble does it themselves because the views are all over the place. And Panda sub's not buying any views. The guy's cheap.
Yeah, no, the Rumble views are not legit.
They are, dude. Dude, Mike Mullis has 219,000 views on one video. DJC has like 75,000 views on one video. And then their normal views are like nowhere even near that.
Right.
It makes no sense.
Yeah,
they say it's because Rumble put it on their front page, and that might because my experience with Rumble, that might account for a percentage of those views.
Right.
But they have to be bought by Rumble, and why would they do that, my guy? Because Rumble wants to sell AdSense. They are in the toilet.
Right.
No one watches that shit. So of course they're gonna pump up the numbers. Say, hey, look, we have a lot of stuff going on.
Right, and it's also for the creators, right? They're gonna see that their numbers are bigger and be like, oh, I'm gonna stick with Rumble. You know, it works like that too.
That part, but the question is, it costs Rumble money because they got to pay out these fucking. But who cares? They pay them chump change.
Right. It's like these guys with like like 100 phones, right? You're talking about that. We're in somewhere in like Indonesia or something. There's a guy with like all these phones and he's clicking.
Yeah, that's exactly how they do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, King's here. What's up, King?
Oh,
I had to tell something to King. This whole stream took me by surprise too. I was actually doing my laundry. I was actually whacking off in the bush. My mind is so separate from YouTube right now. I can't even like think about a rant or something. You know what I mean? I have nothing. Not being on this fucking platform, not having the ability to look at channels at will when I get notifications is debilitating. You got me in crosshairs, you faggo.
No, it's a blessing in disguise as well, though. Having that break gives you time for your brain to like be inspired by shit and come up with these things and theories and shit. So you can. So it's not just constantly like YouTube's just on your face. You know, it's just on you otherwise.
It does that. It does that, but then there's also a bad part because like when I watch something I want to react to, like the thing that's been on my mind today. The thing that's been in my mind today is there's a creator that's on my radar, and he's talking about Lunar. He's talking about Lunar because I'm a JRPG guy, and I have a bugaboo about that fucking game, Lunar. I don't like the game.
I've never played it.
And it's flawed because the game has shared experience. I hate that, and I'm not talking about shared experience like the way JRPGs work. When you complete a battle, all the active players that actually survive the battle get the experience points. Fine. You can manipulate that any way you want. You can kill off your own players if you want to bulk up your own guy. One guy. American RPGs, typically you divvy up the experience yourself. With this fucking game, you have 7 fighters in the queue, 3 in the front side. Every single player gets experience points, whether they participated in the battle or not. That's a flaw. All right, because that means you're going to have to go through so many random encounters to get your players bulked up. In other words, grinding is more of a grind. So the game is fucked up in that regard.
It just makes you play differently, though.
Well,
that's just
that part.
Isn't
But
it
I don't
less
have
of
time
a grind, though? Wouldn't it be less of a grind because you don't have to go back and buff up those other players that you don't use?
Right, but in that game, you cycle through party members. You'll have guys in that game because I got 4 in that game. The first one, Silver Story. I never played Eternal Blue. In that game, like half your party dies or they leave your party. So your experience points goes to people that aren't even going to be in your party for that long. Right. It's a flaw. And plus, let's say in RPG, I typically pick players that I want to focus on. Like in Dragon Quest, I'll pick a 4-person party that I want to use all the way to the end. That's the way I fight in these games, unless you have to have a backup reserve party. With Breath of Fire, it's easy because you can run people in and out. With Final Fantasy, you need to bulk up everybody because you got to have backup party. But in a typical game like a 4-party split Dragon Quest, I have a team and I want to focus all my experience points on them. If the loot is getting divvied up amongst everybody, especially all these fucking losers that I'm not going to use in the party, then it costs me time. It costs me fights. I have to keep fighting more and more to get the same results, you know?
Right. Well, because I play Suikoden. I love Suikoden. And that
I love Suikoden. Oh,
yeah.
dude, it's major like that because you have fucking 100 and
exactly.
What is it, 107
120 or something. Yeah, something like that.
I fucking love Suikoden, man.
Yeah. That's the best.
What's your favorite one in the series? Mine is 5.
I never played the more modern ones.
Suikoden 5 is
1 and 2.
Was there a really old one of that? Did it come out on the PlayStation?
1 and 2 are timeless.
It was.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's really good. Part 5 is awesome, and the tactics game is underrated. It's fucking great.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like those games, the tactics versions. I've never played that Fallout Tactics. I want to play that sometime.
Right. So the big flaw with Lunar, the big flaw, is you cannot control your party. So you can control Alex's movements. That's the lead character. You control his movements. So every round, it's like a gambit system from Final Fantasy 12. You have to set the AI in the menu. So you have to set a guy, and the AI options are vague. So you have to set your guys, one person to heal, one person to defend, or do whatever, or have everybody fighting. It's kind of like Tails in that regard. But Tails, you get to control your players. You have the option to switch it. With this
Right.
game, you have no option. You have to have the AI, and the AI is like Carl playing Street Fighter 4. Like he's off punching a wall. You can't see what he's doing. It's brutal. It's these fucking AI characters will use all your potions, all your fucking magic on a slug. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But like
right,
she
yeah.
said, you have to play it differently. But that's the reason why that game is split. Like there's some people that like that game. There's some people that hate that game, Lunar.
Right. It's just down to preference.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Nobody
fun
came
game.
here to talk about Lunar though. They came here for something else.
Yes, we
Who's here in the
did.
chat? Luke's Awakening's here in the building.
Yeah, Luke's Awakening,
King
and
of all funnelheads.
yeah, Buttock's saying that Doshin is the one who's ordered him not to get on paddles with me. Yeah, Doshin's the one who's told you. He said it's if it wasn't for
I think Dash is sleeping right now.
Yeah, Buttock says if it weren't for you, Albert, he'd be asleep by now. Putting up original Amico tonight. Well, Q, this is the thing. Well, my theory actually involved you, mate. So, yeah, I mean, it's all part of. I think I told you about it, didn't I, Albert? I sent you a load of messages, and I told you.
Well, I only got halfway through them.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing.
I had to allot a special time in my day to listen to all the fucking messages.
I realised after I did it, I was
You
like,
messaged more than Carl. Carl's messages. Carl was like my wife. Carl was like, "Good night." Period.
Oh, bless him. I was like,
Carl would message me, "How are you feeling?"
oh, bless
Feeling
him.
fine, Carl. How are you feeling?
Oh man, that's another thing. That's when like the worlds collided with that. But you know, it was the same point what you're saying when you're not doing YouTube that much or on it that much, and I'm like doing lots of different separate things. So like I was proper ranting about it earlier, and I was like, yeah, I'll do a stream about it. And now I'm like, oh, you know, it's got out of my head, but I'll remember it. I will remember it.
I'm having separation anxiety because
Today
I've been watching Riggs videos all day. Like I'm not gonna not watch YouTube. All I do is watch YouTube. That's it. What else I watched today? I watch G.I. Joe Resolute again. It's a fucking great cartoon.
Is that like a
You ever see it, Victor?
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's like it's Adult Swim, and it was broadcast into 2000s. It's anime. It's darker. It's fucking excellent. It's fucking S tier. This is probably like the 10th time I've watched it. It's good. It's on YouTube free. It's on G.I. Joe channel. Just type in G.I. Joe Resolute. It pops right up.
Yeah. I know they're always. I'm subscribed to the thing, and they're always streaming the G.I. Joe
cartoon
the whole season. Yeah, they stream it like just marathon it.
The old one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tune in and I get my fix. I fucking love G.I. Joe.
They did a Ninja Turtles one last year.
Yep.
You get all kinds
Pecan and Dong loves Ninja Turtles.
Oh right, yeah. So I'm trying to think about my theory when that I was thinking about those guys. That was it. So yesterday, it's all because of those guys doing their Mel's Jesus socks. Right, yeah. So yesterday when they did their secret stream, right, that was changing the sort of boundaries. That pushed the boundaries of our whole community, in my opinion, because no one.
So when you say, I don't want to cut you off, but when you say secret stream, I need to know what this means because I don't know what you're talking about.
So they put up, and I do believe it was real. They could have just been messing about, but no, they put the StreamYard link up like twice on there. They put like an upcoming stream for Ricardo. I don't know if you saw that. And then they put, and it went on for hours, and they put loads of StreamYard links up so people could go in the privet to have this private bitchathon stream with Ricardo. Your face was on the thumbnail, everyone's fucking face was on the thumbnail, but we weren't allowed in to be taught.
Yeah. So basically, they had a stream going that wasn't live. and then
it was in the privet.
people would just go into the backstage. They were inviting
Right.
people into the backstage, and this not
And-
going live.
And what level
And what was being spoken about? A lot of nonsense,
Who
right?
knows? Who knows?
Well, who knows? But it was a
Who
bitch-a-thon,
knows?
basically. But my point was, it all started with, okay, so I call out. So there's outside eyes in on Ricardo to whatever level it is. You know, it's like we were discussing. Some of those eyes might be a little bit fucking flawed anyway, but like they were out there, so they felt the need to justify themselves to some level. So that's when I was like, right now, if I fucking tell Ricardo again that he either has to fucking come on a panel and fucking discuss it with me, just me and him, and he addresses, I've got a couple of questions for him. He's got many questions for me from the sounds of it. So I was like, right then, if you're going to make all your fucking content on me, you can fucking come on and say something or shut the fuck up. Now, I've been saying that to him forever, but for once, someone from outside of our little bubble has been there to see it. So then his response the next day is to make a secret stream where nobody can go. That's his response to me calling him out to actually be a man.
Well, let's be real about it.
No.
That wasn't his idea. That's Q-Fago's idea.
Exactly.
Nice idea, Q-Fago. It was also his idea to do a virtual pinball stream and bore everybody to death in the middle of the fucking day. Oh my
I'm not gonna say
back!
anything about that.
Just touching
Fucking
base.
this fucking guy does a stream in the middle of the day doing virtual pinball. No one fucking cares, Q-Fago. If it ain't real pinball, it's garbage. Why do you play? Here's a suggestion for you, Fago. Play Pinball of the Dead. It's a fucking good game. Play Dragon's Fury. Play fucking Alien Crush. Play fucking Devil's Crush. Take your head and bash into a wall.
I don't know any of those pinball games, but I don't know much about pinball, but I do fucking love it.
Those are the four best virtual pinball games you can play.
Oh, right, okay.
All this other shit is garbage.
I've played
And Dragon's Fury is just Devil. You would love Devil's Crush because you like playing tarot cards and shit. Devil's Crush is all demonic shit. It's all satanic shit. It's fucking excellent.
No, yeah, we'll look at that. No, that's it. I haven't done the virtual pinball thing, but I do like to play on the pinball machines. There's like a Ghostbusters one that I played on, and Twilight Zone.
Elvira is really good. Elvira, you push the button and she says, "Don't touch me there." What's up, King? King, do you remember the Elvira pinball machine?
Before I answer
Gottlieb?
that, I gotta tell you, Devil's Crush and all those Turbo Graphics and Sega Genesis pinballs are the best. That's the only thing you can play. They're phenomenal. You're phenomenal.
They're fucking excellent.
They're on the Genesis as well.
Pinball of the Dead is really good too on GBA.
I just want to say, don't trust D. Reed. Just don't trust him at all because he's one of Dean's queens. So, just wanted to say that.
You coming up, D. Reed?
Well, he's got a fucking dent in his head.
Well,
he can't trust himself.
Daushin ordered me not to get on any of CPE's panels, but I broke the curse.
Yay!
I'm free.
Yeah, you're free. Well done, Buttocks. Break your chains.
I'm free for Victor to put
free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last.
Yes, as I was saying, I'm free for Victor to put me to sleep now.
Yes. I'm glad to do it.
Oh, dude, I was talking to Victor in the background, the backstage. I was getting snoozy. That's why I had to crack open the Red Bull.
Right. I can't control this power. It's too great.
How does that work on the? How does it work on the when you clock into work? Does all your crew have to drink more coffee when you're around?
The guy has a case of Red Bull in the back seat.
I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Nothing hits like Red Bull. I was sold Celsius at the local vitamin shop because he had them. They were giving them away. They were $1 a piece, and I was like, all right, give me 4 of those, and they do nothing. They're fucking garbage. Red Bull's the best.
I don't drink that. I've not drunk it for years. That stuff.
Yeah, I don't drink any of that stuff. I know I don't drink.
If I do anything, it's Lucozade, which I think is like.
I abuse it. I drink so much of this shit.
Yeah, man, it'll fuck you up. It'll give you diabetes. Actually, you're the sugar-free one, though, aren't you? But it will give you diabetes.
No, I'm drinking the sugar one. That's why my face is like this. Like, dude, I'm looking at my face, and I'm getting bubble face. I'm getting chunky. from all the fucking sugar.
Yeah, be careful.
Yesterday,
As well, but
yesterday I ate a fucking pack of. We have a Cuban treat down here in South Florida. It's guava with candied cream cheese in the middle. It's like super sweet.
Oh yeah, we got that over here. We got that over here
And,
with the
dude,
bodegas. Yeah.
I started with one. I ate one. It's like a diabetic bomb. It's horrible for you. Started with one, and next thing you know, I ate the whole fucking pack, and I had to lay down. I was like fucking queasy.
Yeah. That stuff is great.
Remember Virus Tits? Hell yeah.
She's still hot. She's still a good-looking woman.
Is she?
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
too. She's still,
To quote D. Reed, I wouldn't push her out of bed.
yeah.
CP, did you get the news, CP?
What's the news?
So the latest YouTube couple, Destiny FOMO came on to Rabbit Dude.
Oh right, yes, I saw that.
And Rabbit Dude shot her down. He said, "No, I'm not interested."
Oh.
yeah.
He was almost like Queef. I heard him. He was almost like Queef. He almost said, "I don't even like her boobs. She's disgusting."
Yeah, no,
Nah, he's just playing the game, man. That's what you do, man.
What
You gotta act on
Tell
it.
you play hard to get.
Exactly.
No, what he's telling to me was
He
like,
knows what's up. He
someone
knows
came on and
what's up.
said to him, like, why did you do that or something? Why, she was offering to take you on a date or whatever. And then he went, oh yeah, I would have really liked to have gone to Disney. And that's what he thought about it. Do you know what I mean? He was like, he's missed out on going to Disney World.
Exactly. You missed out on teacups, man. You missed out on turkey leg. You missed out on fucking fish and chips and fucking in England in Epcot. You missed out on a lot, man. There's nothing like Disney World. Disneyland, where Q-Fago goes, is for chumps because that's just magic. That's just Magic Kingdom. Disney World is the world. It's everything.
Well, Q-Fago goes there because he wants to look at the kids on the rides and the water rides.
Exactly. We all know why he goes there.
Yeah. Fucking creep.
Well,
Carl is back. I don't have a picture of Carl. Like, I have all these fucking pictures. I don't have Carl anywhere.
It's me!
Get out of the kitchen.
yeah.
My shed is now burned to the ground. The wildfires have reached the shed. Oh, you can make a difference. So, I have a link for GoFundMe. Please consider donating. I have to go get my battery pack. I'll be back.
All right, cool. Well, I'll tell my story about why it's a Smash JT Shark thing, if you want.
No,
So-
actually, me and Victor want to hear your story about your relationship with Carl.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
What do you want to know?
Has he ever rubbed your buttocks?
Of course he hasn't.
Just start from the beginning.
Yeah, just start from the beginning.
With Carl, my relationship with Carl was that I was his friend, and I reached out to Hammy, and I said because it was him who I was wanting to support at first, because I could tell he was stretched because he was trying to support this guy who was having issues on his own, and obviously he was getting loads of shit from Albert at the time and all that stuff. So and he wasn't dealing with it very well. So I reached out to help, and then that's what started it all off, see. And then he was my friend, supposedly. And then he turned on me. But look, compared to everything else, it's nothing, is it? Absolutely nothing, par for the course. So to be honest, it's whatever Carl did, even though it was shit. Oh, look, Dean's here. Hello.
Dean's keeping, as I said, Dean's keeping track of Lewis and D. Reed because they're not.
So
yeah, exactly. Well, we know. But Dean might be interested in my theory, but I'll come to it in a bit. Go on.
So, Buttocks, you're very fascinated by Carl, right? So
No, what makes you say that?
I mean, you never stop talking about him. I mean, is it your opinion that this whole kind of community is kind of missing a Carl character? It needs a Carl character, right? It needs somebody like Carl.
I'll quote D. Reed yesterday on Dean TV stream. He said pretty much, I'll paraquote him, that we need Carl back because he's the glue that holds everything together.
Right. He moves things. He keeps it moving along, right?
Yes.
There's always that
Yes.
figure that.
Even when he's quiet for 20 minutes on his streams, he moves.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll take that from D. Reed. That's
Yeah. He definitely gives everybody a reason to keep going, and keep
going,
moving forward. Yeah.
We're gonna rescue Carl from the Magic the Gathering community. We're gonna
no, leave him be. If he's happy, leave him alone, man. If he's happy, if he's not happy, then fair enough. But I think he will be happy there. He's got friends who want to play Magic the Gathering with him, and they won't be taking the piss out of him here.
Maybe they will. You never know.
Yeah, but they'll be doing it different. They'll be doing it not so. I mean, look how hateful it's been with those guys. With everything.
Maybe they're kicking his ass at Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, well, that's different, isn't it? You can handle that. This isn't the only place people take the piss out of each other, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's just that the boundaries get pushed here by some sort of feedback mechanism, and so it just ends up going round and round and round.
Do you think there's a Tommy Uyamiko in the Magic the Gathering community?
There's always one.
Oh, absolutely.
But it depends on the observation.
Was he pulling tampon strings?
Yeah,
you can pull as many strings as you want if you've not kettled off. That's why he goes around terraforming it. So that's part of my theory, is what he's doing by this thing that I'm going to explain is when I stepped outside our bubble to when I called out that person who won't be named or won't be mentioned, when I said to him to have a look on it, because I knew that Evil actually gave a shit about what he thought, then I knew they'd have to justify themselves. But instead of doing that, they've just gone out into that next ring to try and terraform that, and because that's what they do. And so I'm just observing it and pointing out what I see, I think they're doing. And so what Qya's main play has always been is constant, is always go after a bigger YouTuber. So he'll get someone started on some low grade shit, or to him some small person like me who, they don't have to answer to, they don't have to do anything. They can call you a pedo, they can do all this stuff just to generate stuff. And this time they've gone to the effort of making an actual fake channel with fake fucking subs, which they're kind of selling to that next ring out. So, but then they were see, my point was that I'd got to the point where I was how fucking perfect is this? That Qya is now, after I came into this place, it was Amico, right? All the cult shit, all the Tommy Tallarico shit and all that. I was right into all that cult shit. And so then it's now we've got Qya going to the same shills that Tommy Tallarico recruited for his cult and going and getting them because he knows they're fucking cultists. He knows that they've got that sort of brain sort of situation. Going and kissing DJC's arse and going and getting them and trying to start his own cult. So it's they're taking different ideas from different parts of the community and weaving it together to make this killer fucking combination or whatever, to give it to Ricardo to try and make him into this fucking Kiwi Farms fucking star or something.
I mean, I think of it as a little bit more simple than that. It's you're just trying to find people that he can mess with. Just trying to get in where you can fit in and mess with people. Right? That's what a troll does.
Oh, right. So this is what Dean's saying, is that he wanted me to all of a sudden come onto his stream. He can fuck right off. He can fuck right off. The least he can, he has to step outside of his fucking bubble to come into reality for real talk. Absolutely no way. He's had his fucking chance. And I said it, I've been saying it all the way through. They've been the one, I've got it all on fucking video. I've got it all recorded so they can fuck off when they start.
Okay, wait a minute. What if your buddies like me or D. Reed or Lewis or Victor go on that stream with you?
No.
Together?
No.
On a panel? Or
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've been fucking telling him for fucking months, shut the fuck up or come and tell me what the problem is. And now he's like, oh, CPA, I gave you all these chances. And he's making all this.
Well, I know what it is. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. He don't act like a man. He doesn't act like a man. That's the problem with Regato. He doesn't act like a man. He doesn't know the first step in acting like a man.
He's got a bubble around him.
You don't abandon your 5-year-old girl. You stick
with
your 5-year-old.
Well, the thing is, mate, he's got a bubble around him, so he's untouchable because he's got Qya protecting him. He's got him under his wing completely. So he is like completely untouchable. He can go around making private fucking cult invitations openly in our community where everyone used to get picked the spots off for fucking doing anything wrong. Right? Look at fucking Sion and how much shit he got for having some fucking white spots on his fucking laptop screen. And yet Ricardo can go around throwing stones at everyone, bitching about everyone, putting their fucking pictures up. That's all fine, isn't it? It's all the roast, it's all the fucking trolling. But then make a fucking private stream. How fucking weak is that? And no one's gonna fucking say anything about it.
Yeah, well, that's him. That he's a bitch. He doesn't act like a
What
bitch.
a fucking bitch. No one's ever done that before, right? And now he's going to turn around and go, oh, why didn't you take the challenge of going to my stream? Fuck off. I'm not even going to entertain that with a fucking barge pole, mate.
Right on.
And it'll be just me and him, and I've got some actual questions to ask him. I want to know the fucking root. I want to know the roots of his accusations. I've got a fucking voice clip I want to fucking play him, and I want to know what he means by it.
Right
I want
on.
to fix. Sorry, Buttocks.
I said right on.
Right on, exactly. Right. Exactly. So what anyway their plan is, right? They start small. That so you bring up the FOMO thing, right? So they do their cult thing, right? You can imagine what it was like in there. I mean, Vic knows because they already did this once in the fucking Discord.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the thing that I was like, I joined, like, okay, they made that secret channel that you couldn't see, and I was in there, and you know, I put my messages on there. I'm not gonna lie, but I started to look at it, and I was like, this is not right. You know what I mean? Like, CP's always been nothing but nice. Like, I have nothing. Why is this exist? You know what I mean? So I left, and I closed my YouTube and everything. I was like, fuck this, I'm done. And then, you know, I think it was you convinced me to come back. I don't know why I did.
It was Red Bull.
I did.
It was Red Bull.
Oh yeah, and then Red Bull 2 was going on there, and then, you know.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Red Bull streaming, we wouldn't have even connected because they'd done such a good job of separating everybody.
Yeah, I couldn't be a part of something like that. I mean, that is really bitch-like.
Yeah.
I mean, just kick you out. Like, why didn't you just kick you out in the first place?
Or have it out with me or whatever.
You know what
I mean? Exactly.
And it's like, and then for me, I go in there and I'm like, well, like, I understand everything. What did I do? You know, and they couldn't answer it, and they just kicked me out, and I'm like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But they can't even give you they can't even say fuck you. You know what I mean? Not even that.
No, exactly. That's it. They can't. They start the shit. They're throwing the stones from the privet. They're making their whole channel on it. But this is the plan. I was like, what is Q's plan? I wonder, right? And he's always been like, once it's hairy, it's always move on to a bigger YouTuber.
Is the idea? Could it be the idea of that stream? Is that it's like supposed to make us seethe? Like, oh my god, they're in there talking about me.
Well,
oh my god.
Yeah, maybe, but it didn't. It made me just go, "What a fucking bitch!" I also think, though, it's to collect all these people. They're getting an army of incels together, right? This is my thoughts on the matter, right? Because my whole theory came right round in the end because I was like, okay, so I got to the point where I was like, okay, so Qia has taken. They've already copied the Slotham play, which is having a go at someone every single night, and although there was no reason in my case. And they just tried to do the damage on me, right?
You know what? You can think what you want about Slotham, but he actually made something out of it.
Exactly. And he was always open to the to and fro.
That ain't happening for Ricardo.
No, exactly. The bitch element, the desperado element just isn't there. So it was like, that's why it's always going down with that. But I know you don't like Slotham, but it's what you got to say on the matter.
They both have something in common. They're both irrelevant. But I'll tell you one thing. Carl is not irrelevant, and Carl will bring this community together if it's the last thing I say. Carl, come back. Thank you.
I disagree. I disagree. I don't think it's good for him.
You don't think that Carl would bring this community together?
Well, I wouldn't be going back together with certain people. Absolutely not, ever. Because they are that bad. And because there's conduits and you can't help. They just want to feed. You can't. Certain people aren't actually. They don't act like people, do they? They just act like little sniveling bitches. There's no bringing together with that. I will not. I'm just watching those people under a fucking microscope now. That's it.
I see.
You know, and to that end, I think I've seen what he's doing. So he's been in the fucking privet with Ricardo, right? Like he did with me. I don't know if he ever did it with you, Vic, or he ever did it. He might have done it with you, Buttocks.
If it did, maybe did, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that.
Where
shit.
they're just like, oh, go after a bigger YouTuber. Don't just.
Well, I'll tell you this. They did try to manipulate me to do certain things. Of course, yeah. I got messages like that.
Yeah, so it's like they'll want you to go after the small people like us in this case now, or it would have been Albert and Dean and stuff in the past. But I do think that Dean was even a stepping stone. That's why they had such a thing about Dean. So they started with Albert and then they saw Dean and they were like, oh, that one's got a bigger channel, so we'll go for that one. And they just do it like that, but it never worked. They got as far as like Stuttering Craig. And then it's like the Amico just fully fucking died, everything.
Well, there needs to be a new focus. Like there needs to be a new Darius or a new somebody for everybody to like, you know. I think that's what I think they're just trying to cultivate something.
Do you not think that
look, he was in the chat trying to get me to go and do all these videos against Ricardo and like go against him. Like, they were trying to get me to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. OBP here. I gotta get my pictures up. I gotta get OEB pictures. I gotta get OEB Pete's face right here. I don't have it in this fucking phone. Hey, everybody. It's open every kid's pant, Pete. I'm here to open every kid's pants. I have a big crack in the back of my head, and my face is flat. And I'm gonna run through these games on my Steam. We're gonna see if it runs. I'm gonna paywall my face. OEB Pete.
Hey.
He did a video once with his kid. And he takes the kid to the fucking flea market, looking at retro games. The kid's whining about the fact that he wants to go do anything else but look at fucking video games at a flea market. And he's correcting the kid. He's like, "We're doing a video, son. Hold your horses." It's like, dude, he's a fucking kid. Yeah, oh, you're totally rude. My biggest muse as of late, Iowa Retro Gaming cocksucker face, did a stream. He deleted it. This fucking doofus. First of all, he talks like this. Gaming is an addiction. He's like, gaming is an addiction, and I had 20 years sober, and if you collect video games, you have an addiction, you have a problem, there's something wrong with you, right? That's his whole channel. So this fucking dick dude puts his fucking kid on stream, gives him a fucking N64 controller. It's like, that's abuse right there, all right? The kid's 7 years old. How's he gonna figure out how the N64 controller works? Puts in. He doesn't put in Kirby the 7 Shards. He doesn't put in Mario 64. He puts in NFL Blitz and he starts yelling at the kid, pick a play. What the fuck?
Evil Pete comes out.
So fucking retardo Cody. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying the scariest part about that is not seeing that. Like he's editing the video and he's not seeing that he's being a dick.
Wrong. He did it live. That's why he deleted it. He did it live.
I see.
And you know, it's similar to some political gamer. Here's a deep cut. Some political gamer. I don't know if you guys know some political gamer.
No.
I've heard you talk about him before.
The guy who right. So some political gamer is like a fucking real piece of work. Like he was watching his kids and he's streaming. And the kids this is a video. Did a video with them. And the whole time he's telling the kids to fucking settle down. It's like Hyatt with Widow. It's like they're kids. They want to play with daddy. And right. When you're looking at the camera, it takes away from their attention, especially girls. But anyways, retardo Cody. So I wanted to come here loaded with something to talk about. I'm looking at this fucking stream of him with Destiny FOMO. He's reacting to Trevor, the fucking eye patch dickweed, over the top gaming. The house blew away with a hurricane, and it's YouTube's job to fix his house that he's supposed to have insurance on. This fucking guy's in Mississippi or wherever the fuck he's at. You're below the sea level. You have an insurance for your house. You lost your house. I'm so sorry for you. I'm not gonna build it up. I'm not gonna pay.
No, that's it. It's fucked up on YouTube. People just want to be useful, don't they? So people will just use that in whatever way they want. If it's just like, oh yeah, give me some money because my house is, you can save me. I'll be homeless otherwise. Then it's like people just jump to it because they just want to be helpful. They want to be useful in their lives. They're just like battery hens.
So in the Beg video, he motions to the fact that he has his GameStop behind him because Trevor was known for his GameStop. He has all his games facing forward, and he has a shitload of them. He has a lot of fucking games. Now,
so why don't he sell that shits instead of begging people?
Exactly. So
Why?
So he mentions that.
Okay.
I know why. We know why. We all know why.
So what's his explanation? I want to hear that.
He says these games are water damaged. They don't look water damaged to me. They're on the fucking shelf.
Liar.
They're liar. Exactly. They're fucking on the shelf. They're the same place they were before. The room was untouched. There was no doo-doo water in the house. His garage blew away. So he wants you to build his fucking new house for him. And the kick in the pants was he got nothing. Eyes on both sides of his head. Rich Haywood got 5 stacks from fucking Facebook.
Wow.
There's a limit to when these games are going to be valuable. Like, you know what I mean? At some point, people are going to stop caring about this stuff. It's going to age out.
Some games.
It's going to be like
some games.
It's going to. Well, yeah, there's going to be your Hallmark games that are going to be the iconic shit that people will keep on going. But like it's going to go the way of Elvis memorabilia. Like it was valuable to a point until the young people nobody knows who Elvis is anymore, so nobody cares.
That's it. Once we die off, it'll die with us, and then it'll be a real curiosity.
Spoons. There is a shelf life for it, but some games are. Yeah, I always look at the LP, the music market, CDs, cassettes.
Really?
It's shocking. But there's CDs that are worth. There's sealed rap albums that are worth so much fucking money. It'll blow your mind. I sold them on my Amazon, like sealed copies of games that were limited distribution. Will go for like $80 to $100 for a fucking CD. That's
ridiculous.
So there is, the Neo Geo market will hold. The fucking the TurboGrafx market will definitely hold. So if you have a copy of Dynastic Hero, and only a handful of Americans have a complete copy of that, that's gonna be worth about $10,000 in about 5 years.
Or
Magical Chase,
Magical Chase.
Sapphire.
I don't know about that. I think, like Vic says, I think the popularity, it's just driven by popularity. They're in it 5 years, a lot might happen. We're in 2025 now.
It's true. That's why I always say sell that shit, because this rot is real. Fucking, it's sitting on your goddamn shelf. You can have a leaky basement. Just fucking sell it. Sell it all, man.
Exactly.
If you're not playing it, sell it. This is a waste. Same here.
Yeah, man, I sold my whole PS2 collection and bought a computer with the money, and I still play all the PS2 games I had, so it's all good.
One of the biggest hypocrisies I see on YouTube is YouTubers talking about game collecting. And there's only 2 channels on my radar that does it. I Retro Gaming Dad, and what a name, huh? Let's all marvel at that name. 4 words. They're like, what the fuck are you thinking, man? And Heckin' Stevie C, as he used to call himself. This guy talks about game collecting. He says game collecting is a disease. You are fucked up in the head for game collecting. You could go broke. He's telling people what's what while he's buying games, while he's doing hauls. He do a haul one video. He'll do a haul one video showing all the shit that he bought. The next video he's talking about how to game collect.
So he's just reinforcing people. Yeah, people are like.
And meanwhile, his audience ain't listening because his audience is like this. His audience gives him some audience member gives him $10 and says, I hope you don't feel different about me, Steve, because I have a disability. So the guy's obviously retarded. And he's giving this guy money, and Steve just takes it. He takes it and says, hey, thank you, man. Appreciate the support. Taking money from retards.
What else can he do? He's not going to throw it back in his face, is he? But at the same time, it's like, yeah, YouTube's fucked for that sort of shit. It really is. And they really do prey on...
I mean, that's the guy talking about resellers preying on the weak when he's a fucking e-beggar preying on the weak. So it's hypocrisy.
It's too much, isn't it? Sometimes it's just too much. The levels and the layers of it. It's because, like, we used to say, like, the timing of being, like, when you're online and you're in that fucking thing and it's going on all the time, it's like dog years, things move so fast. But it's the same with the layers of control and stuff when it comes to YouTube. It's like small but fast. And you look at it and there's just like, that person's controlling that person and that person's controlling that person. It just goes right up. And at the same time, like you say, all the way through, they're just shouting at other people for doing the thing that they're doing. I hope that's not what we're doing.
It's very true. Like that's what I see when I see a guy like Zach, Retro Gaming Den, Control. So this guy does a video. He mentions off the cusp to quote Turbo Joe. He mentions the fact that Destiny FOMO is just a pair of tits and she's a fucking view hound. So she comes to the channel, she fucking gets in his fucking grill in the fucking comment section and he hoes up. Control. It's like this fucking guy gets called out in his comment section just the other day because he gives the Dreamcast an F. And he says the Dreamcast is an F tier for me because I barely played it. Then don't fucking rank it, asshole face. So this guy calls him out and he says, then why don't you sell the 2-box Dreamcasts you have right behind your fucking head? This guy has not one, he has 2 Dreamcast boxed. And he laughs in the comment section. He's like, I like my box consoles. It's like, bro, you like your box consoles, but then you want to tell people what to do with their collection. Get the fuck out of here, man.
It's
so frustrating.
That's a real example of it. That's a really good example.
It just amazes me how many fucking douchebags this community has. The retro gaming community. And
that's part of the.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, Albo.
Yeah, it really is.
That's why they keep taking him down because he calls them out. He exposes them. Dude, he's got to have like a platform, like a bigger platform, man.
One of the biggest reasons why I quit collecting and sold all my shit was because of like the people in my community, like because you're going to stores, you're hunting, you see the other people, you're dealing with them, you're fucking selling and trading games and shit. And these people were such shitty people. I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that part. Plus, the more real life part. You have a family. You got mouths to feed. You have all this shit on your shelf, and you're not going to do anything with it. So it's kind of stupid to hold on.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's it. You need all that for your bloody laundry and shit that you need to do all the time. When you've got
I got stories.
So Ricardo did a whole stream about a Destiny FOMO.
Yeah,
I know about this because I never saw it.
She calls out Hyatt on his fucking stream.
Right.
So what does he do to attack Destiny FOMO? He says that she's a fucking prostitute. There's a big difference between doing an OnlyFans and being a prostitute. All right. And even if she was a prostitute, apples and oranges. What does that have to do with her presence on YouTube?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with it. So what does that have to do with her knowledge of game collecting? What does that have to do with her being brought to conventions to do stuff, which she isn't, by the way? Ricardo says, Shady J, because all that's on his mind is game chasers. That's his whole fucking model on YouTube. You're not the fucking game chasers. You're a fucking douchebag. You fucking plant shit in a video and you act like you find it on the goddamn street corner. You're a fucking tryhard bitch with your fucking intro music. You're fucking lame fucking garbage on your fucking channel.
And his AIDS. His AIDS too.
And his AIDS, fucking gay, taking dick in the ass, leaving your family in Brazil so you can catch dick in Massachusetts. So she's calling out Shady J. Listen. What they doing? Why do you have Destiny FOMO? Destiny FOMO comes in her own volition. She's not paid by Shady J to show up at a goddamn convention. Fucking stupid ass. She's there like any other vendor, selling her pictures, doing whatever the fuck she's doing. She's not there representing Retro Palooza. And since it's on your mind, it's on his mind because he's not invited there. He thinks he should have a YouTube channel like Canadian Gamer at the least, a YouTube channel like fucking at the least, and a channel like Woods at the highest. Like he thinks he's Wood Hawker. He's a fucking delusional maniac.
He is a delusional maniac, absolutely. But he's got a fucking protection around him now. So you've got a delusional maniac with a fucking obsessive who thinks it's funny to get this guy some traction, right? So because they've got something with me, they've made it out of nothing. Like you think about a mushroom growing out of a piece of shit, right? That's what they're doing, right? And they're starting off this whole fucking ecosystem. This is a play that Tommy has wanted to fucking play since day one. When I first turned up with them, they were doing the Stuttering Craig thing and like you mentioned, the MGR thing, right? It never went anywhere, so now they're trying it on the woman thing because Smash JT has made it fucking the fashion now, like Potion was on about, to go after women for your fucking meal ticket, right? So now he's pre-chewed all that up there with Tommy and the way he goes about things. He'll be like, right, if you go from CPE to Destiny FOMO, go to the next fucking woman up, and the next thing you know, he'll be on the fucking Smash JT's coattails doing all that because he'll be the one. That's what that private fucking cult invitation was yesterday. Because it's like we want to get all those people who just want to go at women. It's just like we're just going to collect all those people who literally just, these people have literally just stood there and had a go at women that these people don't know, or anything like that. No proof given, and just literally just being like that. And they're attracting all those people. And so now they're just going to get those gang of people together, build them up, and they're just going to keep trying using that as like the thing to force them forward, just to keep going.
And it's the oldest trick, and the kicker is it's the oldest trick in the book. It's the laziest fucking thing. It's women are the most downtrodden thing in this whole goddamn planet. Okay, there's a
totally agree.
The Washington Monument is a penis. All right. If that doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does. That's literally a penis. Ricardo Cody loves it.
You would expect that in this community, though. You would expect it to be male orientated, but and obviously Destiny FOMO knows how that fucking works and everything, right? And everybody else.
Oh, she's dealt with it her whole life, just like every other woman.
Despite all that, she's done what she's done. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, still, you've got these people now who now live. These women who've had to fight through all that. In Ricardo's case with me, they've hidden in plain sight as supporters and people who were against this shit, shouting at you. Do you know what I mean, Albert? And people like that to make out that they're the better people and all that shit, so that they can run this fucking shark play. So they can go from
anybody who thinks what we're shoveling is a bunch of shit. Evil Creams out of his own shithole said the other day, she's just like any other woman. And he heard himself and he corrected himself like a bulk of the women. Dude, you're a fucking woman-hating asshole face because you live at home with your mom.
Evil said that. Go ahead, sorry.
He said that 100%. Okay, I would clip it if I could.
That's what I want to say.
Apparently, Evil also said that they recruited 8 more people and things like that. He's been saying shit like that. So it's like, how cultish do you want to be? They are literally going around us. After all that shit about you in the army as well, they've just taken everyone else's ideas. They've taken the Slotham idea with me. They started to start it all off. Now they're doing the army thing. But they've taken the fucking incels who are just pure women haters. Lowest common denominator. You're a bloke. They're women. There's not many of them. Let's fucking do it, right? We just need your fucking support.
It's especially in this community.
It's the most used drum in the world.
Yeah. Especially it coming from video game. You know what I mean? Like, women don't really my wife makes fun of me for playing video games. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something that
women typically don't play video games. And a couple of years ago, I said it loud and proud. Women do not play video games, but I'm wrong. Women do play video games, and I'm bullshitting a little bit because who got the Nintendo in 1986? My sister did. I didn't
Oh,
get
really?
the Nintendo. My sister got it.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, my
that's
sister
like-
fucking. She still has her Dreamcast. She fucking loves that thing. She won't get rid
Good
of
for
it.
her.
Exactly.
Good.
She fucking beat.
What?
She beat every single survival horror on that fucking
But I'd
console.
like to make a point. Yeah, good for her. That's badass shit. I want to make a point about this video game community and women. You see a lot of women.
While you make your point, I'm gonna take a piss.
Okay, but I'd like you to hear it.
I'm listening.
Okay. The point is that a lot of these fellas you see on the video gaming community, you hear them, and you have a lot of anti-women's rights.
It's being spoken about so much.
Exactly, and you want to know why? It's really very simple. Not a big majority of these guys don't get no play. It's a
Exactly.
fact. It's
Exactly.
women hating.
100%.
It's resentment. It's
women.
resentment.
They
It's
get laughed
incel
at.
resentment.
They get rejected. They don't. They walk down the street and they see a guy and a girl on a date or something. They go, fuck women. I know that's the fucking main motivation.
You've got the other side of it as well, which is people flocking around you and attaching. In my case, it's happened just so that they can prove to everyone else that they're not gay.
Wait, it reminds me of that old joke.
That part.
Hey, Buttocks, you know what the difference between a bitch and a slut is?
No.
A slut fucks everybody, and a bitch fucks everybody except for you.
Ah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Hell yeah.
But
Victor, Victor told me a joke in the privet once. He said, "What do you call a woman with two black eyes?" Nothing. What do you tell a woman with two black eyes? You already told her twice. I was like, Victor, that's very, very sexist of you.
That's an old
It's an old joke. It's an old joke.
What's that one about women having small feet so they could get closer to the sink or something?
But
that sounds like British humor to me.
Don't they call that Irish sunglasses? Two black eyes.
Irish sunglasses. Good lord.
I heard DSP the other day. He's flying over Ireland, and I was thinking about a stream we could do. Fly over Sierra Ayers' house. But okay, so he's flying over Ireland in the game. This fucking numbnuts doesn't know how to say Dublin. He's calling it Dublin. Like, he never heard the term Dublin in his life. Like, what the fuck? Fucking closeted, not closeted like in sexual manner, like closeted like in your house all day.
Yeah.
I love that laugh, by the way.
Yeah, not gay, but but I get it. Like, somebody just doesn't get out of the house and is like just his whole.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you, man. I get it.
About those sort of things.
And since this is CPE's channel, let's psychoanalyze why gay people hate women.
Well,
all right, so
people hate women, though. Not all gay people. Just some people who we know hate women. I'm not saying all gay people hate women at all.
I'm going to give my theory. All right, I'm Dr. Albo.
Okay.
So, I am staunch in my belief that your sexual orientation is stemmed to abuse. All right. So guys get their ass pounded out when they're kids. They get raped. They look to their moms to protect them, and they don't. So it's like subconsciously, they fucking hate women for it.
In some cases maybe that does happen, but that ain't going to be in every case. Just like
right, exactly. Not every shoe fits every person, but
you're right there. Though I know of cases myself with kids who I know and from all genders. Do you know what I mean? And the amount of mothers who turn a blind eye to it is just scary. It's part of it.
And if you don't believe it happens, you never lived in the real world because
that net that they make the abuser, that they make it so big. You know what I mean? So they've made it so big that they wouldn't have even got their victim to be the mother if they weren't going to do that. Do you know what I mean? It's like it wouldn't even happened. It's scary shit. That's how bad this shit is.
There was a big controversy about teaching this stuff in schools about like blowjobs and anal sex and all this. Do they teach all the negative stuff around this stuff? Like, You know,
Well,
Right?
the so-called intellectuals that run the educational system are a bunch of degenerates. They're mentally ill. They're sick. They a lot of them are
Lewis, what's up,
Hello.
brother?
pedophiles.
Well, hello there. Hey, Vic.
Yes, hey, I agree.
Hey,
I
Vic,
agree with you,
I wanna-
Cannibal Buttocks.
Thank
There's
you.
a fucking there's a poison going on around us.
Yes.
To quote, I want to get it right, because an album based on it.
Hey, Vic,
There is a
I want to add a
there's-
little. I want to add a
there's
little something more into
there's
your
a
joke there,
poison,
Vic.
whatever the fuck. Go ahead. Do it, Lewis.
You know how you
There's a
said.
poison going on.
You know how you said there's a difference between a bitch and a slut. You're right
Uh-huh.
about that. A slut will fuck everyone, and a bitch will fuck everyone except you. But you know what the difference between a bitch, a slut, and a whore? A slut will
What's
fuck
that?
everyone. A bitch will fuck everyone except you. But a whore will fuck everyone including you, if you pay the right amount.
right.
That's true.
So that,
Well,
But
if you got the
what
money.
was Albo going to say about the poison?
I get that.
I was gonna say that the Public Enemy's album, "There's a Poison Going On," is fucking excellent. You gotta listen to
Oh
it.
yeah, I know that. I know
Oh
that.
yeah, that's a classic. That's a you know.
He knows.
It takes a nation of
And-
millions to hold me back.
That's the real classic. I mean, that's
Yeah,
PE's best album. But I mean,
Right.
even when you compare Fear of a Black Nation to
Fear of a
Takes a
Black
Nation of
Planet?
Millions, yeah, exactly. That's their hallmark album, great album. But it's not like the first album. The second album. I'll correct myself. Bum Rush Show is the first one. I had that on cassette.
Yeah, I had that. I stole that from the local library. They had that.
I stole my copy from Spence.
respect.
I stole He Got Game from the library. And that's a
Nice.
fact. Yeah.
Oh, I think I've ended up accidentally stealing things from the library before. It wasn't intentional though at all. I felt terrible about it. I moved from Wales to England, and when I did, I ended up with a library book in my bag, which is crazy because I left.
Oh shit!
I know there's a
Who's
kid's
a
library.
Seinfeld? Who here is a Seinfeld fan?
Not me.
Oh,
I used to watch it
Little
when I
bit.
was we
hey! What is the deal?
So what's the deal with libraries? I mean, hey, if you check out the book, do you gotta return it? I mean, hey, what's the deal? What's the deal with Ricardo Cody? I mean, hey, isn't one roommate enough? I mean, how many dicks do you need in your ass? I mean, hey.
at some point it becomes a cool thing, doesn't it? At first it's like a bad thing. It's like the
Hey,
telltale.
Albert! What's the deal with decaf? I mean, hey, if they take the caffeine out of the decaf, where does it all go?
Yeah.
I don't understand how that works. How the fuck do you get the caffeine out of coffee beans? It makes no sense to me.
When it's non-alcoholic beer,
How does it work, actually?
they brew it again with the beer. So when you take it, it actually costs more because you have to go through a second process. So they make the beer with the non-alcoholic, and then they take the alcohol out
And
again. It's the same with the coffee.
Because you got to ferment it, and the fermenting process makes the alcohol. So I saw a documentary about how they make Heineken Zero, because you see, non-alcoholic beer has 0.5. It has a little bit of alcohol in it. Heineken is like, yeah, exactly. Heineken made a beer that's nothing. There's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if
So they're
anyone
selling
got the
empty
reference.
cans? What are you talking about?
It's got no alcohol in it.
I don't know if anyone got the reference earlier. What I did with the window and then showing the side of my head. Yeah, that was supposed to be a jab at Dean when he tried to come on CPE stream that one time and then immediately got booted once he showed his face.
That's
That's a deep cut. I thought it was Dean. I thought it was Dean when I heard the wrestling shit.
Oh my god.
I love it. I love your
Right,
tableau.
somebody
It's
fresh
fantastic
wins.
how you use the setting of your space, Lewis. I do. I love that. I wouldn't even think to do that. It's cool.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that every time.
Yeah. So what were we talking about?
We're talking about Lewis. Lewis is going to be opening an OnlyFans. He's gonna sing in front of the zebra print.
Oh yeah, you better
Good
you
luck
better be ready to pay top dollar for that.
Oh yeah, I did do a song.
2
Actually,
cents?
I never released it for you.
50 cents. I was thinking about the bouffant wig. Did you get the news, CPE? Carl has $10 for a bouffant wig. Not only did D Reed contribute, but a mysterious other person contributed. I don't know if they want to be mentioned.
Oh, mysterious benefactors.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a beard.
Oh.
So it gave me an idea. You need to open up an OnlyFans for Carl, King of All Buttocks.
Oh, really?
I mean, you don't need to do anything, but it would be a good idea. You open it up. Open it up. Get a guy that looks like Carl. You say Carl Ward's OnlyFans, and you have him whacking off for everybody. Oh, hammy!
You can show off his pizza feet.
Yeah, you show off his pizza feet, Q-tips,
AIDS.
The shadow of
AIDS, spread his ass cheeks.
Poor old Carl.
Hey, who's back ahead is that? Who can name that besides King of All Buttocks?
Well,
I think is that the kid from the Mad magazine?
Yes, Alfred E. Newman. That's how iconic Alfred E. Newman is. You could tell the back of his fucking head.
That's true. That's true.
Fucking best magazine ever.
What's the deal with OnlyFans? I mean, hey, why pay for tits when Pornhub is free?
Good point. But you see, Lewis, people pay for porn sites to this day. It's just people want to be separated from their cash. It's just a matter of fact. Exactly. The less D Reed's right. The less you show, the better. If he comes out the gates swinging, in other words, whacking off first shot.
Well, no, you gotta tease.
You gotta tease, like Droopy Ballsack. Droopy Ballsack did it wrong. Droopy Ballsack, she comes out with her tits first. Everybody takes the picture. You can see it for free now on YouTube, on Google. You just type in Droopy Ballsack. Type in fucking saggy melons, and get her tits. It's free, so no one's gonna pay for your OnlyFans. Fucking
loads of people who've ended up in that situation, isn't there?
So I heard a funny moment about Droopy Ballsack, saggy melons. So this fucking guy, Mad Max, and I know you like Mad Max, CP.
Yeah, I do.
So Mad Max, fucking simp, fucking douchebag.
Yep.
Fucking, if you like, I'm gonna try to sway CPE away from Mad Max.
Yes, please do.
Love the energy, fine. Hey, dude, you continue to like him. Continue to like him. I don't fucking care. Hey, listen, get close to him. He'll shower you with gifts. Okay.
Yeah.
Right now he's under Rhea's curse.
No, I'm not talking about that.
So this fucking guy buys Droopy Ballsack a mask. Okay, which great thing to tell a girl. You're so fucking ugly. Cover your face up. But no, he wanted her to be part of his stream. Okay. So this girl takes the mask because Mad Max pissed her off. She breaks the mask on stream. That's fucking great. That's fucking S tier. So
it's just still going then.
Mad Max, the tally for Mad Max and shit that he's bought for fucking Rhea is approaching $1,000, and that's what I see on his channel.
What?
Prince, I'm telling you right now, this is what I've seen so far. Prince t-shirts, $30. Cassette tapes. He says he pays about $1 for each cassette tape. Endless cassette tapes. He bought her a bunch of fucking cassette tapes, bought her a boombox, and the boombox looked filthy before you gave it to her, Max. The boombox looked like it's been in Carl's bedroom for fucking a year, all right? Covered in schmutz. Fucking, what else? He said $40. That means $80. What else?
Wow.
Too many games. Now, that's not disclosed. This is my speculation. He paid for her ticket to get into too many games. All right? That's right there is a couple $100.
Yep.
Hotel room, which he didn't get fucked in. Food. She bought one meal on camera. She says, I'm picking this one up. They ate at like 5 different restaurants in this series of videos.
Wow.
All those meals combined, you talk about a lot of money. In other words, Rhea is using that fucking guy like a fucking ATM.
I don't think she is actually. I think she's just like navigating it. I mean, at the end of the day, as a woman in this state, you're going to get all sorts of attention. How do you navigate it? What would you do under those circumstances?
Hey, listen, I'm not faulting her for that. It is what it is. It's not this. Now, we'll fault her for e-begging because she's asking me for money. I'm not down with that. But her using that guy for money, I mean,
it's
I'm not even gonna get into my personal life. I had a girl that used to get money from guys for our living situation.
Yeah, it's his fault. If you're gonna be that much of a cringy cuck,
exactly.
He deserves it.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Like, I'm not mad.
When you were telling me the story, I was thinking,
either.
5 dinners in a row off him. Like, go on,
if it ain't her, it's gonna be some other woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, he was doing it with Saggy Melons prior to Rhea.
Everyone's got their own line that they're willing to tread with. That it's interesting as well. It's not something I've really gone into it because my friendship group, there's not many women in it that do that.
So the kick in the balls with Mad Max, and I'll get off the subject. The kick in the balls of Mad Max, when Rambling Man passed away, he orchestrated a memorial stream for Rambling Man.
Yeah.
He announced it. He scheduled it out, my guy. He scheduled out the stream.
I remember that shit too.
Yes, for 9 a.m. 9 a.m.
That was fucking disgraceful.
What happened?
Right.
I wrote the schedule for it, but
he launched it at 9:30. His excuse was he confused it. Now, this is a guy who streams daily. He streams every night. He's probably streaming right now. He never confuses the times he does streams. This time he did. So he does not give us a StreamYard link. Every comment that I put in his comment section was ignored. He ignored everybody in the comment section, as far as I could tell. And you know what? I'm going to go back and watch it again to see if he addresses anybody in the comment section. Because the way I remember it, he addressed nobody in the comment section. He had a prepared collage of videos of Rambler Man, but most of it was basically just another Mad Max stream. It was almost as bad as Gen X Sex Tourist doing a fucking promotion piece for Rambling Man with Cornhole Club underneath his face. How disgraceful was that? That guy fucking sucks dick. He's awful.
Disgusting.
Hey, Lewis, I have.
So some other guy did this. So
what's up, Vic?
I just want to say one thing quick.
Let's get naked, oil up, get in a ring, and touch each other dick to dick until one of us come.
That's
a fact scene, isn't it? That's Lawrence fact scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No. That's Joey C.
Sure as hell sounds.
It did sound like
sure. It just sounds like just like fact scene.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, that was gonna be my first guess.
That's Joey.
You almost scared me off the fucking screen there.
I think
Who's your favorite whack packer, Victor?
It's gotta
Besides Beetlejuice.
Eric the actor.
Me too.
Oh, but he wasn't a whack packer. He always claimed
I'm not a fucking whack packer.
That's a pretty good Eric.
I could tell voices, Eric.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, that dude. I bet Eric is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
No,
I like
that dude was so fucking.
I like Triple-A too.
He was a delusional little fucking douchebag, though.
Oh yeah. Eric.
Yeah. He really was a little fucking douchebag. Like I never really liked him. I really thought he was
like Howard's rabbit dude. He's like Howard's rabbit dude. If you think about it.
Yeah, that's actually true. He really was. That dude that dude had just as much fucking like. He had just as much sense in his head as fucking Rabbit Dude does, to be quite honest.
Right, exactly.
Like, oh my god, that dude was really out of touch with fucking reality. Like, they could not explain shit to him, and literally nothing would ever like get through that little midget head of his. Right. How many times would they like try to prank call him, and he would say,
"I'm not an idiot. I know who this is."
Like, okay, we have a fucking genius here. And how many times have they like fooled him with pranks, you know, involving like wrestling, and he would fucking buy into that shit.
Yeah.
Like this one time, I think they offered him like a gig, and he bought into it. He was actually agreeing with what they were saying and everything, and then he gets mad at them. He gets mad at him for treating him like an idiot, and he gets mad at them for like pranking him everything, because that's another thing about him. That dude didn't have a very good sense of humor either.
Johnny Fratto gave more life to Eric the actor, because Johnny Fratto gave him a forum on some social media site that gassed him up. Like, it would create so much content for the show. And also another parallel between him and Rabbit Dude, he's ungrateful. Like, Howard got him on American Dreams on national television.
Yeah,
Got him to meet wrestlers and shit, and it was always
fucking
more
porn stars.
Women.
He got him like trips. He got him trips to the fucking bunny ranch too.
Exactly.
On wrestling, didn't he get on wrestling?
He did. I think he
had a gig. He had a gig, but it was like really just an online show. Yeah, that was about
you're
it.
right. You're right. He had a gig, but it was online. It wasn't like a WWE. It wasn't like Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice got on Nitro.
It was in fucking TNA.
Okay.
But they made fun of him. They gave him so much shit for that job, though. They were like bashing him, saying that his show was boring, like, you know, he fucking sucked, and then he ends up quitting because of it, and they called him an idiot for quitting,
and he was like, what the fuck? I do this job and you shit on me, and now I quit because you shit on me.
Okay, and just you still love the job, right? So why the fuck would you quit something just because of what people say? Like, he really was kind of an idiot if you think about it. He was also naive too. Like, that dude was kind of easy to fool, even though he wanted to, like, you know, make it seem like he was like this fucking brilliant midget. But no, there was that one time where he actually fell for a prank call by Sal, saying that he was a producer for DreamWorks, and they were doing a casting for The Wizard of Oz. And they wanted to cast him as one of the Munchkins. You ever heard that one?
Yes, I remember that one. Yeah. And
that was funny.
Start saying all the sexual stuff to him.
Yeah.
He was like,
okay. Could you pull your pants down for me? And Eric was like, what? I want you to tell me the size of your dick. Okay.
I mean, Sal was one of the best whack packers until he made it on the show.
Do you guys remember Bobo?
Of course.
Oh, the guy with the really bad toupee.
Yeah, he would write out his phone calls and fucking read them at the fucking at the water at the park or some shit. The guy was a driving instructor.
Yeah, and well, there was this famous bit on Opie and Anthony where even Patrice O'Neal's there, and they're getting him to like have boners. Like, they'd talk about women, and he would get a boner, and then they would start talking about baseball, and it would go down, and then they would talk about sex again, and it would go up, and it was fucking Patrice O'Neal
I think
was
Opie
fucking dying laughing.
I think Opie got my Twitter banned for a day.
Get out of here.
So I saw Heavy Metal Gamer. Let me tell you a story. I'm not sure, but I think it was him. So Heavy Metal Gamer commented on Opie's fucking thread on Twitter. I did a video. I did like a 1-minute video as a reply instead of writing something. So I did a 1-minute video saying he rode fucking Howard's coattails, and he's a fucking douchebag. And I might have said something really bad in the video. All I know is within an hour, my whole Twitter was suspended of me launching that video at the guy.
Well, I do follow.
I think I definitely called him a fag.
Yeah,
I don't even know anything about the guy.
Well, he's very sensitive with that stuff because I follow a lot of Opie A-loggers. So like he's always being
okay.
He's sensitive.
I mean, the guy dyes his hair blonde, so I went right for fag. And the other thing was, because he was going at his former co-host. It's like, bro, like, I don't even give a fuck about the guy. All I know is I saw Heavy Metal Gamer going in, and I was like, all right, I'll go in too. Do a video,
right.
And he didn't even see it. That's how quick the video went away.
Wait, CP, you asked what a whack packer is. A whack packer is kind of the equivalent to a Herbie Derby. if you really think about it,
exactly.
They're all just freaks of nature and completely like society rejects.
They're just people who turned up like randoms.
They're just weirdos that they had on the.
Yeah, they're freak shows.
Weirdos, right? Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's just Herbie Derby. That's like literally everyone here is a weirdo at some level to be here.
We are the Whack Pack. I think we're all Bobstein. Is Bobstein ever? Don't tell me. But when is Bobstein going to make his appearance?
Again.
Oh, Bobstein never left. I mean, he's been around.
I haven't seen it. I've not
we are so sorry, Robert.
If you really think about it, the Whack Pack is really what paved the way for us. Yeah, the Whack Pack is really what paved the way for our community.
Look into my eyes, Keith Elwood from Graves Road. You have no chin, and you look at boys.
Well, I guess the Whack Pack is kind of the precursor to like lolcows. Nowadays we have lolcows.
It's that human.
100%. Yeah, let's be real. Our Whack Pack is Carl and fucking Rabbit Dude.
The Whack Pack of this place is like, I don't think you can really.
Dude, Stern. Dude, if Rabbit Dude would appear on Stern, you know damn well fucking Howard would already had his fucking little rabbit cherry pop by now.
Oh, please.
He got fucking Eric the Midget laid. He got that little 3 foot tall fucking little crippled laid.
He would get sucked off in the green room.
Yeah, by literally the fucking biggest titty porn star in existence.
Exactly.
Oh, do you also back to the subject of Eric? Do you remember when Eric threatened to sue the producers for the show that he was on because they didn't bring him the right bottle of Pepsi?
I forgot that one. I'm gonna sue you.
He actually threatened to sue them over fucking Pepsi. Don't even get me started about this. Don't even get me started about this little fucker and his demands. He always wanted to have like the best seat on the plane. He always had to make sure that his oxygen chain would be included. He also had to have like the VIP treatment, and he also had to have like access to everything.
How about when his former classmate said that his high school was terrorized by Eric because he was the only person in a wheelchair, and they had to build a fucking elevator and all that shit.
That's what led to one of the best calls ever.
Yeah,
when Eric put the hit out.
Get that guy.
What to do. You know what to do. That's what led to that. That was like the best Eric moment right there. Like I may not have liked the dude too much. I really thought he was an ungrateful little shit, but he had some funny moments on there.
Well, that's the big thing with Eric.
He was great. That's why he's the best whackpacker.
He was very unliked when he was alive, but then when he passed away, everybody like realized how great he was.
No, you mean
exactly. Unlike the original whackpacker, what was the original whackpacker's name? The guy who lit his hair on fire. Kevin something?
I don't know.
Even in death, I still think he's a little prick. Same thing with Ralph too. Dude, Ralph's fucking dead, and I think that he's a fag still. But that's the way Ralph would have wanted it.
He died?
Like,
that's how long.
Yeah, Ralph's Morella. Yeah. That's the thing with Ralph. Ralph would have wanted that too. Ralph actually loved being hated.
I suppose all these guys are pretty old now.
He wanted the attention. He's like, "Ooh, you fago."
Yeah,
hell yeah. Ralph was the fucking Kuya of fucking Howard Stern. Yeah, you're fucking right about that.
He really was. He's the one. He's reason why Howard's wearing fucking scarves now and shit.
Yeah, he made a fag out of Howard. Like, who the fuck told him? Who the hell certified that dude as being a stylist?
Exactly.
Do you guys think that Carl would have made a good whackpacker?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you're damn fucking right. So. He would.
He would have been kick-ass.
You would have been the greatest.
Yeah. No, Magic the Gathering.
Forget about Bigfoot. We got Carl.
Yeah, exactly.
He would have been hanging out with Hyper.
Bigfoot had stories, man.
It's interesting.
And Bigfoot came in an unorganic way. They did a open call for fucking whackpackers, and they got Bigfoot. But then he was really whacked. Like he kind of grew into everybody.
I like him. I thought he was funny.
Wait, but which There was like more than one Bigfoot though. Like there was the original Bigfoot, and the Bigfoot you're talking about.
The original Bigfoot was an actor who did a movie with Billy Crystal. This guy was actually just as big.
This is him you're talking about.
And he had the story about the mailman fucking him. He fucked the mailman in the ass, or the other way around. He had stories out the ass.
I got fucked in the ass by my mailman. It is.
Yeah, exactly. That's how he talked.
That was the best.
Yeah, you guys remember this? This is Carl's second cousin.
That takes me back.
I want you guys to stop talking about my cousin Carl. It is.
Tee-hee, giggle.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny.
Exactly. Hey, I think
you were talking about
the people watching this don't want us to talk about Stern because it's fucking lame. They don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm interested in listening to you guys talk.
Let's talk about something else, like
I mean, if you were talking about Howard Stern today, yeah, that shit would be lame because Howard's so like very PC nowadays.
So, dude, I was watching something just to cap off this Howard Stern talk. I was watching something about him the other day, and he's so bitter about like podcasts and stuff because it's like he's like, oh, everybody has a microphone, and it used to be he was the gatekeeper, right? He was the guy.
That's interesting.
And he's so pissed that anybody.
You know why he's pissed, right, Vic? You know why he's pissed, right, Vic?
Now he's irrelevant.
Right. No, it's deeper than that. So me and Vic know. Vic, he fucking hates Joe Rogan, all right?
Right.
Because Joe Rogan was on his fucking show all the time at NBC. So Joe Rogan at NBC, no, at fucking K-Rock, he was on the show all the time. They had a dispute because Howard's trying to make good content. Joe Rogan wants to come in there and promote all his shit. So he fucking wants to make Joe Rogan interesting because Joe Rogan's not interesting. And he says to him, you fucking hate women. That's what it is. You're gay. He called him gay. Good. And Joe Rogan fucking got so pissed off that he refused to come on the show anymore. That's when he launched the fucking podcast. Now the podcast is bigger than the Howard Stern show. That's why he's bitter about fucking podcasts. But Howard's still the king of all media. Come on, man.
Yeah, he is. And the thing is that Joe Rogan is boring and stupid as fuck. It's his guests that are interesting.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay?
I cannot listen to that shit.
Howard Stern is funny, organically funny as fuck. He's a fucking entertaining person. So,
as a true Stern fan, the fucking guest slowed the show down.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, that was after. Like, that's when
just that.
When he started having those big, high-profile interviews, that was the start of the end. Like,
the problem with Howard that made him really lose his touch is that he became everything that he used to fucking like be against.
Yeah.
Like all the censors that always wanted to have him canceled, he became one of them. Now he's like kind of like thinking the way they do. He's kind of like doing the same shit they would do. Like Howard really became a snowflake.
And he's also like this germaphobe that doesn't leave the house.
Howard Stern is funny.
Well, that's he's always been that. He's funny. Like I'm like I hear what you guys are saying, but I feel like he grew like as a creator, like not using certain words and stuff. They want him. The audience want him to be like a so-called racist. Do you
remember the feud between him and Don Imus? Do you remember that feud?
Sure, absolutely.
I didn't even know he knew about Don Imus. That's crazy.
Oh, dude, the feud. Okay, so if you ever seen Private Parts, they talk about Don a little bit. Don sabotaged his whole fucking career at fucking.
Like, dude, you want to talk about a racist? You want to talk about a racist? Look at Don Imus. That dude was a fucking racist.
Yep, he was.
But I remember the morning Stern talked about meeting Don Imus and shaking his hand. He put it out there because it's all entertainment. It's all bullshit.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in all this because there's so many people on YouTube around this area, especially.
No, we got to change gears because nobody gives a fuck about this stuff we're talking about.
But my point is that it's like everyone's inspired by that.
They're lost.
Do that, but instead of bringing
they're lost exactly.
Instead of bringing celebrities on, it's just us forever going round and round and round. doing that.
So
that's why I'm interested in it.
I mean, so you're saying these guys are calling out Stuttering Craig, easy target. Stuttering Craig fucking is paywalling. He's doing a game awards, and instead of just putting it on yourself, he's charging people to vote. $30 for a vote. He's a fucking slime bucket. All right, but this has been his playbook the whole time. It's nothing new. This guy used to charge people to watch AVGN.
Fucking hell. Well, that's just
What's that?
That's just
vote for what? Like, dude. But it's yeah, exactly. He's just another fucking e-beggar, you know?
Yeah.
It's the Amico connection that bothers them. It's like, dude, the guy was paid to promote some product. It's not like Smash AT who donated to the company. It's not like Retro Bro put on a fucking shirt and talked about it with his small audience. He's Screw Attack. He fucking got paid to promote this stupid thing.
It's interesting. My take on that with them is they went down that route and then they realised that they just can't get that much traction from the Amico on that. So they're just going, like I said, they're just doing that woman thing. But the crazy thing is that they've just like transferred to do it. They just wholesale transferred the whole like culprit aspect of the Tallarico and all that shit just onto a new subject. And like,
but you recognize it's easy for them because they all feel that way regardless.
Well, in the past, no, I don't know if they do. I think with Curia, he just wants a load of donkeys, and he knows that if he wants donkeys that don't talk back, you can go over those people like Buttocks was saying, the guys who've never really been out, they haven't really done anything. In the past, they went for a different audience. Evil was putting himself about as like a completely different type of person, wasn't he? Like, he was like, the reason I went over to theirs was because they did like a little bit more psychology, a little bit more talking about the cult aspect of the Amico and shit. And now look at him. Hey up your Joe. So
Evil doesn't care who's watching him. It doesn't fucking matter to him.
Well, I don't know, because then when it comes to it, who knows? Because that's what I was saying to Ricardo. Well, I think I said it to him, I don't know. But I was going to say it, I don't know if I put it out. But just like, you can get your dinks to come over and support you when you come and talk to me on the panel if you want, but you're not going to have that support that you would have from actual supporters. These are guys who are just like, you know, happy birthday, happy clappy YouTube land, who are just happy to fucking go after whatever nominator there is.
Do you even think he can put a proper thought together? I mean,
so when you saw Cyrus Martin's response to UCP, what was your first reaction? Your first genuine reaction? If you don't want to reveal it, fine.
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, well, it was fine. I was just like, it was to be expected. I actually felt quite bad that he felt bad about it. But I also thought, you know, he is their mate, so it was true what he said, right? But at the same time, what I wanted to do was fine. It didn't really matter what Cyrus had looked at it, which meant there was other people looking at it, which meant Evil had to fucking justify himself, which he did. And he provided me with 2 streams worth of absolute fucking gold of him trying to justify himself and sell himself to his new audience. So I got what I wanted out of that. So I was like, "Yep, cheers, Simon."
He totally played into it. He admitted he fucking told you what to do. You, Cyrus Martin. All right, this guy he tipped his hand. He's a fucking control freak. This guy's behind the scenes crying to everybody to fix his fucking problems for him. That's why John came out with a fucking game, because I'm talking about him. The fucking twat. Cyrus Martin. Fucking crybaby bitch. He tried doing it in his personal life. He tried controlling his nephew by promoting his dumb product that no one's going to buy. Promoting his adopted daughter's fucking stream. Trying to control. The guy's trying to control the narrative every way he can. He's just a sorry sack.
I mean, I know you've got your own viewpoint on it and stuff, but what I saw about Cyrus was that he had a lot of shit over the Amico, and he seemed to carry himself through it all right and stay true to himself, and he's not really changed who he is. And that's the main thing in it. You can be who you want, as long as you don't flip-flop and slime about. And I think that's where, like, I haven't got time for those guys. But
he handled it wrong, though. He He handled it. The guy, how he feels about it is the White Claw guy. Fuck all you guys, blah blah blah. That's how he feels about it. On the front end, he fucking bent, and it's not genuine. He should maintain that same energy all throughout. Fucking, there's a Miko Joy fucker. Like he's a fucking. He got played like a bitch. Instead of saying I got played like a bitch, he blames it on circumstances. He blames it on whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
For me, it's just watching groups of blokes how they work, and it just.
The best was Rumble. Cyrus Martin makes an announcement. I'm no longer going to be on YouTube. Fuck all of you. This guy comes to YouTube. 15 years on YouTube, making content, going nowhere, but he has loyal fans. This fucking guy. What's up, Yargo? This fucking guy.
Giorgio.
That part. That part, big dog. This fucking guy, he goes to Rumble, okay? Rumble, my guy. He tells everybody, goodbye, YouTube. It's been fun, but not really. He basically told everyone to fuck off.
Yep.
Come to Rumble if you want or not. He fucking shits the bed on Rumble, comes back to YouTube within a month. Fucking loser fuck. Stupid ass. How can you not look at that format and say, this is fucking garbage? I tried uploading a video on Rumble, it's still uploading. It's fucking nothing. It's garbage, man.
See, I see that very differently. I see that someone trying something and not being too proud to come back and say, oh, fucked up, right? And if everyone's taking the piss out of him for that, right, fair dues, right? But, in my opinion, fucking putting up that secret fucking stream because you're too scared to actually address the people you're making your channel over bitching about and have been for years, when you include you, Albert, and people like that, that is way more sad. And if Cyrus is down with supporting that, then that's something that I'll take the piss about, because that is the most fucking sad, cowardly thing I've ever seen anyone do. No one ever fucking did that.
My point about bringing that up is the same powers that got him into Amico led him to Rumble. The same group of fuckers that said the Amico is a good thing to get behind. It'll grow your channel. It's a good thing. We'll all get rich off it. That's like the same fucker that told him. Exactly. That's the same fucker that told him to go to Rumble because the guy was failing on Rumble. On fucking YouTube.
Sad.
Who was it telling him to do it then?
And did he also think he would? Did he also think that he would fucking make ends meet on Rumble as well? I mean, look at guys like High and they're fucking $7.
The way it works is they created an ecosystem over there where you wash my hand, I'll wash your hand. That's Mullis's promise, dude. I watched a live stream where Bacon Ass Cream is doing his 500th fucking Fun for Five. All right, 500th whatever the fuck Bacon Ass Cream, and his first guest was Mike Mullis. Mike Mullis had 1 foot out the door because he has to go to his own stream. So he's being short with his fucking compadre, Bacon Ass Cream Rich Haywood. And the whole entire time he did it as a promotion for his channel on Rumble. And he's telling this fucking guy, Rich Haywood, to come to Rumble, my guy. Rich Ray Haywood has enough sense in his retarded looking face to say, fuck Rumble. He did not go to Rumble, and I salute him for that. He's like, I'm not going to go to Rumble. I got members here on this fucking channel. I got a whole thing going on this channel. I'm getting AdSense. I'm making fine. It's a side hustle, and it's good. I don't need Rumble.
There's no point in naively diversifying, is there? But if you intended on doing it and going over and doing that, which I think you're saying with Cyrus, that's what he intended to do. But it just didn't work, and he thought, well, fuck it, I'm going to go and come back and do it on YouTube. I'm like, fair enough. Don't be too fucking proud. Just walk in the light and be like, yeah, I fucked up, I'm coming back. You know, it's like it's what it is, isn't it?
And hey, he did say that. He said, hey, I fucked up, I came back. But yeah. I look at it like this. He made a short where he's like, I'm done with you. He did it in a short, mind you. He did not make a proper video, did not make a proper video. And people were like, Cyrus, you know, why are you leaving and stuff in the comment section? And he didn't reply to any of them. So, this Silverwoods.
He was having a YouTube period.
Silver Wings, this queefy fucking delusional maniac. Fucking told him, you'll be back. And he was back, sure enough. Nick was zits all over his fucking face. His neck, his back, his ass, and his fucking dick. This guy Nick was zits, goes over to fucking Rumble, shits the bed, and does it in a tweet. He says, "I'm not really enthralled with Rumble. My views are not what they seem to be." Mr. Matthews went to Rumble. He got 1 view, and but you see Nick with zits all over his face. You got no fucking Amico. DJC has 2. Fucking Mike Mullis has 1. The guy that runs Digital Clips got an Amico. Cocksucker face. You never said Amico once. Digital Clips fucker. He got 1 gifted to him just because he's fucking a mover and a shaker. He got 1 to dev games on because this guy was supposed to dev some fucking game for Amico. So
Amico, bloody hell.
and Nick was zits. His fucking Twitter feed is littered with all these hogs from fucking all these female creators. The guy's a fucking creep. All these female creators, he's busy reposting their fucking times they're going to be streaming.
Is he? Oh,
And
mate,
Nick was zits all over his fucking face. This fucking guy tells us to buy Amico, to invest in Amico, you fucking douchebag, fucking pimple face, cocksucker.
Super.
I just find it interesting how women and men interact in this space on the different layers as well, on the different levels, because there's like a level of legitimacy. They have to be like vaguely legitimate on that other. Here, it's like the quantum foam. Or for me anyway, all bets are off. It doesn't fucking matter. Anything can happen. Like if you go with like the social fucking like norms start coming into play when you get into sort of the Mike Mullis territory, because he has people to answer to. So then he's like going around creeping on people. That's kind of like socially accepted. It's just
so you got a guy like Mullis. He portrays himself as a shot caller. He's not reposting any fucking women's fucking streams. You got a guy like Zitz. Fucking how would you react, CP, if you were a creator on Rumble and your every move is being reposted on some fucking creep's channel? What would that set off in your head? This guy's a fucking creep? Of course, right?
Sorry, I missed that. I saw that Q is in the fucking chat.
Q, you faggo. We all know the answer.
Yeah, we know that.
What was this Zitz guy doing? Sorry, he was reposting everything this person was doing. Is that what you're saying? I remember.
Reposting it. I mean, it's a red flag. It's like, okay, this guy's a fucking creep.
Doshin is the same as what happened with me and Doshin. So at first, you just kind of like, okay, you let them get on with it. You just that's the way I did it.
It's already here, Yargo.
Be like,
let me go home, man.
Be like water with it. But then after a bit, you have to sort of like go, okay, depending on your environment and how, like, it really relies on how many eyes are on it, in my opinion, and what those eyes are. If it's like, if you've not got any sort of observer that is there to sort of join in with it, then you're just on your own with it. Then you're just going to have to just shut down, I think, so that that person wouldn't be attached to you anymore. But then I suppose you could just carry on as normal. It wouldn't matter as long as that person wasn't doing anything online that was like quite negative that you don't want to be associated with, because that would make it right. Like doing other videos that are just fucking creeping on other women, then that's the last thing you want. So in that situation, I'd fucking shut down, especially if it's only Rumble, and just start up on another fucking channel.
I'll tell you something funny that came out of the situation with Dasha and you. He tagged some fucking other CPE, and that other CPE came to the channel and said, "Please don't tag me in any videos." Really? And we all jumped on him. We're like I don't know. It was pretty funny.
I don't know if that CPE is the real CPE, right? Because that's the thing that Evil was putting about, and it was another one of these straw men things. So
It's someone completely out of our community. They have some stupid YouTube channel.
Are you sure about that? Because I heard about that, right? When they
I'm 100% positive.
Right, but what's to say?
I did my due diligence. They got videos from 15 years ago that have nothing to do with us.
Yeah, but who's to say that same account that went over to their stream that said that to Doshin was the same account and not Hugh, who has just made a copy of that account because they were already talking about that. And that's just a fucking story that fucking Evil was putting out to give Ricardo some other meat to chew on for his dinks because they just
you could be very well right, because the video had stock, like basically it's like stock footage. It's not even like real shit. So you could be on something.
That old channel is totally real, but like they probably don't even go back on that channel. And he was, the thing is, he wasn't even fucking tagging this other channel. He was tagging me. Because I was getting the notifications for it.
No, he tagged the wrong channel on purpose. He tagged the wrong channel on purpose. That was because we.
I don't know, but I was getting notifications. So.
King Bush, you all right? What's going on?
I'm okay. I'm just putting some laundry away. That's all.
How you feeling? You feeling all right?
I'm feeling all right. I just got a little touch of walking pneumonia, but I'm okay.
I think I've got pneumonia. Do you know what I mean? I think I've got.
Thank you for asking, Albo. Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel like that. Are you drinking lots of hot water? That's boosting it.
Lots of tea.
He'll do it, yeah.
I don't drink tea. I drink black coffee straight.
I hate. I hate, dude. I hate when people tell me to drink water and take medicine and shit when you're sick, because I mean I understand they're coming from a good place, but that shit doesn't do anything. All you need is rest and time.
Rest.
I'm
and I'll tell you what else. I'm sorry to
interrupt. It's
you know what makes me feel better when I'm what makes me feel better when I'm sick? Pussy.
Well, she won't come around.
What?
You don't want to catch it off you. It's very just to make yourself feel better. Drink some hot water, get yourself better into fighting, fitness, and then.
Yeah.
You know what would make me feel better? You sitting on my lap. You sitting on my lap.
Pussy could be your best friend and your worst enemy.
How pathetic is fucking retardo Cody? He fucking takes my image from fucking some other stream. He superimposes it with their fucking stream to spin some sort of narrative. He's a fucking twat. Fucking desperate cocksucker face.
That's the thing, and that's what I mean. So they've already got that fake. They went to the effort of making a fake CP account and then wrenching it up. So that photo just showed so many fails. All they wanted to do was call me a cunt. Try and show some control.
So stupid.
But all they showed was their obsession.
I should have trademarked the term CP cunt because these cocksuckers are overusing it.
Yeah.
What was her name? Fuckface. See, I made fucking Heck and Steve change his fucking tone. Slutum change his tone because I called them both out on using my fucking terminology to describe another creator. I was like, get your own fucking shit, asshole faces. And they both did. They both fell in line.
But yeah, the fact they did that, they went to all those stages of making that account.
Bullshit, Avulp. Avulp, you're always right, you're wrong. There's nothing.
It's not always right.
And everything. So I reckon they went and made like an account for that.
Exactly.
That account, and then they
just do a shit ton of blow.
Triangulate this, Volp. You're wrong.
Get out of here,
Hot water doesn't do shit. Doesn't do anything. Hot water just goes down your throat into your belly.
I'm going to throw Q out of here. I'm going to throw him out right now.
Do it.
I mean, water technically just goes fucking straight down to your bladder and you piss it out.
Hot water won't because it warms.
He's right in a way. He's right in a way, my guy. Hot water, you need water, but hot or cold don't matter.
Wait a minute.
It does, right? If you ever, right, when you chew chewing gum and you drink cold water, what happens to the chewing gum? It goes hard. You drink hot water with or tea or something with chewing gum, it goes really soft and horrible. It's horrible, right? It's the same if you've got a chest full of fucking horrible shit. If you drink hot water, as it goes down, it heats your chest up. It loosens all that shit up.
Okay, so to add to that, my logic is this. All right, when you swallow something, it goes down your esophagus. All right, your trachea is different. So the hot water is not going into your lungs, so it makes zero difference. It's going into a belly that's a neutral, something place different.
No, it's just warming it up though. If you have whiskey,
and I want to address Master System Marceau. Master System Marceau, you can't do pull-ups. You fucking can't do pull-ups. You're fucking playing ROMs. ROMs don't equate a real game. Pull up and fucking what else? With fucking Master System Marceau. He's trying to spin some narrative about belly enzymes and diet. You're eating bologna sandwiches. Fucking Master System Marceau. Your dinner is turkey in a bag that was killed years ago. and fucking bread. Bread is highly processed. Your body recognizes it as sugars. You're fucking demented, Master System Marceau. Where's the Bodielic fucking stream? You fucking streaming fucker. I like Marceau.
Yeah.
I actually like Marceau.
I love bread, bro. Bread's good though.
Fucking asshole.
Abo.
I like Marceau. Marceau is pushing women into abortion clinics. Fuck
Wait,
off,
Albo,
Master System Marceau.
Is that really how he eats, like a fucking prisoner? If so, then goddamn, Hyatt fucking eats better than him.
I mean, bro, the guy comes to YouTube, health tip, and he has a bag of bologna and fucking bread. Health tip, eat this. Like, what are you, fucking demented? It's fucking processed garbage. And he's talking about your enzymes in your stomach. You're fucking demented.
I've been watching
Bologna and bread. What is
turkey. Processed turkey is basically bologna. It's the same shit.
Oh, that processed turkey. I love that shit, but I don't have it very often. I know the stuff you mean. The stuff you get on buffets.
Have you ever had
No, but still, like, what's he doing with that shit? What was he fucking going camping or something? Who the fuck packs that shit?
Exactly. And that's his dinner. That's not a midday snack. It's dinner. It's like, dude. Now he did post a Twitter piece of Twitter pic of him grilling fucking chicken breast. So whatever the fuck.
While we're on the food aspect, I've got a question for Vic.
What's up?
That sounds pretty fucking poor.
What'd you have for dinner tonight, Vic? 2 hot dogs?
That's pretty poor.
Oh.
I actually had a pretty trashy dinner today, as I was the one that cooked I gave my wife the night off. And I made chicken drumsticks.
You want her to rest up? You want her to rest up for the dick pounding she's gonna get later.
We had drumsticks with French fries, and then I heated up some frozen cheese sticks, like the.
Ooh, nice.
So since we're on the topic of food, Anna Miko, Atari creep, no teeth in your fucking head. Fucking, this guy got butt fucked in prison. This guy is a goddamn corrections officer. All right, he's got the fucking belt on. He's got a bulletproof vest on. He's a fucking CO in a goddamn prison. He gets taken into a cell against his will and gets butt fucked. All right, I've never heard of such a thing in my life. This fucking asshole, Atari creep, he's on this platform for one thing and one thing only. Nerd money. That's all he fucking wants. He fucking gives his kids, because not his kids, the woman he lives with, the woman he's grifting off of, like poster sore twat. This guy, he gives the fucking kids processed garbage food out of the goddamn microwave. Not even from the oven. He microwaves chicken nuggets for his fucking kids. He doesn't prepare a meal like Vic Vega makes. Drumsticks and fucking cheese sticks, whatever the fuck. I love drumsticks, by the way.
Yeah, chicken and chips is with a bit of salt on those drumsticks, definitely.
A little bit of Portuguese sauce on top.
Oh, nice. What Portuguese sauce?
No, my wife doesn't like spicy food.
Gotcha. She likes your spicy sausage, I'm assuming.
Well, I'm not asking about Portuguese cuisine. I'm asking about Canadian cuisine. Red Bull told me that they've got a breakfast place that does the big Canadian breakfast. That's like they have a full English breakfast like we do in Australia. I've got 2 questions. One, do you have a full English breakfast as norm in Canada? And 2, do you have a special variation of it that comes with pancakes and shit, but with ice cream on top?
I've never had that.
Holy shit.
I know that the Canadian version, we would use pea-meal bacon instead of like strip bacon. You have the pea-meal bacon.
Which is our bacon, the one that you have the same bacon as us, don't you? The proper bacon, the one that's got like the fat end and the thin end on it.
Right.
Yeah.
When I get Canadian guests, because when I get Canadian guests and I tell them Canadian bacon, I have to explain to them that it's ham roll because they don't understand what Canadian bacon is because they don't have that in Canada. So I have to explain to them it's ham roll that's cured, and then we heat it up, and they don't want that shit because they hear bacon, they want pork belly, they want real bacon.
Right.
and it's fucking different. I've never in my life had a full English breakfast, but I've seen it on I've seen it on YouTube. It's fucking amazing. I'm gonna get it all right now, and you correct me when I'm missing.
Okay.
Tomatoes, mushrooms, beans, eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, and toast. What am I missing?
Eggs.
Eggs. I mentioned eggs.
Did you do eggs? Toast. You could have fried bread instead. Do you have fried bread over there? Have you ever had fried bread?
So what I've seen on YouTube when they prepare it, they do it fried. It's not deep fried, the ones I've seen, but they fry it. So you got a lot of oil in the pan, and they put the bread in there. Instead of just toasting and slathering it with butter, it's actually fried, which tastes much better.
It is lovely, but like you can only have like one piece of it because it's like it just soaks up. Like you're saying, bread's full of poison, and then you're just gonna fry it and eat it. It's right nice, but it's not good for you at all.
And let me clarify. Like when I say bread's full of poison, the gluten that they put in bread, it binds. Your stomach can't digest it at a normal rate, so it binds up in your tummy, and it fucks up the digestion of all the proteins and stuff. That's why going gluten-free is actually good if you're bodybuilding. That's why real bodybuilders avoid bread, and they fucking eat nothing but rice because you want to absorb as much protein as you possibly can.
There's so much to do with diet. You know, Wayla, she's been like really, she's on the keto thing, and she's just been hammering it.
Keto's good.
First of all, Wayla is mean.
Why?
Because she hurt Dasha's feelings.
Oh no! Well, she never said anything to him.
What Whaler broke popped fucking Dasha's balloon?
Yeah.
Well, he shouldn't be hanging around then, should he? If he's that sensitive.
Well, yo, Albo, I have a question.
Isn't 3 on that?
Albo, I have a question. Like, isn't
or 4 for
like
4?
Isn't like bread and rice kind of like pretty much like in the same ballpark? Because that's like whole grain, isn't it? I guess it really depends on what brand you use.
There's no gluten in rice. There's no gluten.
There's no gluten in rice. That's why you want to, because the gluten, that's what makes the bread elastic. All right.
Right. No,
and it's not natural.
I know there's no.
Your body.
I know there's no gluten in rice, but rice is whole grain though. Like, isn't bread also whole grain, or is it like
grains are
completely
added.
different league?
The grains are added after the fact. Most whole grain bread is normal white bread, and then they put the 7 grain on top. So it's like basically just a smattering of grain. Some grain bread has the grains in it. Ezekiel bread found in the freezer section is whole grain. There's no gluten in it, but it's still processed shit. It's still fucking garbage. Yeah, it's good, you know, but you're better off just avoiding all that shit.
I mean, it's store bought, you know. Nonetheless, I mean, anything that's store bought is considered, you know, processed, because, you know, there's really no there's not exactly it's not exactly freshly made, you know. It's not something that was, you know, fresh from the farm.
Well, it's loaded with
if you're
so that it
hey, you know what? If you're just eating like normal, like, yeah, sure, have some bread, but you do yourself a favor by going to the bakery and getting shit from the fucking bakery that was made that day than buying the fucking butter bread off the shelf. It'll probably be cheaper that way anyways.
Yeah, and once you get out of eating bread, it's just easy. You just don't want it anymore. I think it was Radical Rick years and years ago. He was saying about when he was on one of his diets, and he just said, just lay off the baked goods. And I was just like, do you know what? I was never that bothered about them. I just did it out of convention that you have a biscuit or whatever with everything, or whatever it is. So you don't call them biscuits, but like a cookie or whatever. And then it was just like, yeah, just lay off the baked goods. They're just not good for you. It's just one thing less to worry about, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you cut one bad thing out of your diet and you proceed as usual, you'll be good. Radical Rick did a fucking upload. He showed all the chicken that's in a chicken pot pie from KFC. It was fucking ridiculous.
It's like what, 1 or 2 little pieces?
It's like 2 little pieces exactly. It's like 2 little tiny pieces and a big bowl of slop, and a shocking majority of people, like, you know, because Rick is very sensitive. They said, "Why the fuck are you eating at KFC anyways? What the fuck?"
Yeah, I don't know if we even do the chicken pot pie over in our one. It's just chicken buckets. You don't get, it's just chicken. But do you know what? Jollibee's is so much nicer.
You do mincemeat pie, right?
Minced beef, yeah, but not in.
I didn't hear about Jollibee. Have you been there yet?
Yeah, I've been. I found one. I went on a pilgrimage.
Albo, have you ever had Bubble and Squeak?
It's quite nice. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was
Which
so
one?
nice.
Bubble and Squeak.
Good.
Yeah, Bubble and Squeak. I made that around Christmas time. Actually, some of the leftovers.
Quiche? Oh, I've had quiche before. Regular quiche.
Bubble and Squeak.
I had potato crust quiche. What is that?
It's like little hot dogs baked in bread with cheese inside and stuff like that. It's like a casserole sort of. It's called Bubbles and Squeaks.
I've never even heard of that before.
It's English.
Bubble and Squeak. I've only heard of the game called Bubble and Squeak.
Oh, for the Amiga? Yeah.
So Bubble and Squeak, it's like you make a sauce.
There's actually a dish named after that.
Just listen.
You use your leftovers from the Sunday dinner the day before, so it's all the cabbages and all the vegetables, and then the potatoes, and you're making like potato cakes, and then the squeak comes from all the vegetables that you're cooking, and then the bubble comes from like any sort of batter that you might have left over, or Yorkshire pudding that you might have left over that you're cooking, and that's the pastry stuff. It's like a batter, so it's like pancake. It's just pancake mix.
But don't they put bangers in there and sausages?
Yeah, that's toad in the hole when it's just sausages.
That's what I'm thinking of. Toad in the hole. I'm sorry.
And bangers, bangers and
so my signature mac and cheese. When I make mac and cheese, I fry up a bunch of hot dogs, and I render all the fat. Take the dogs out. I make a roux out of the hot dog fat.
Nice.
And I make a roux, and then I add in all my fucking dairy. I add in cheese. I don't use milk. I use cheese and fucking sour cream, and then I put in the macaroni, and then I put the hot dogs back in. It's fucking delicious.
Milk. Yeah,
I don't use milk. Because when I cook with milk, all it tastes is the milk. So I use sour cream instead. I use sour cream. And a fuckload of cheese. Milk is for fucking homos and douchebags.
Agreed.
Like fucking CM Retro.
Milk is for babies.
What kind
Real
of
men
CM
drink
Retro?
beer.
CM Retro did this to me. This fucking guy did this to me. CM Retro, CPE. Dude, here's something for you to get upset about. Let's ignore these fucking herpy derpies. Officer Doofy, this cocksucker face, told YouTube that women creators look like this. And he highlighted 3 women creators that all women creators should be. First of all, who the fuck are you to tell a whole class of people, women, that this is the kind of content you should do? Cover up. That was rule number 1. Cover up. I don't want to see your boobs. You have to dress in a certain manner. Second of all, you have to do this and that. So the women he showcases, Linda the gamer girl, fucking boring. All right, you're a fucking boring twat. And you're not fucking Master System Barceau playing games. Whatever. Linda is fucking ignorant to the fact that this womanizer is putting him and her on a pedestal to beat women over the head. The second woman he picked, this woman is special needs. All right, her content is she's drawing like pictures of whatever. She's drawing pictures like Rabbit Dude. The woman is like simple-minded.
Yeah.
Why the fuck CM Retro is talking to this woman with a infidel brain? Well, and then the other creator is same situation. The woman's like obviously slow. CM Retro is a fucking piece of shit. This guy.
He's a pig.
And then for the guy, he's a fucking pig. Then for the guys, there's rules for us too. We're not gamers unless you beat a certain amount of games a year. All right, fuck that. So what games did you beat this year? He's playing. His rule is the faster the game is to beat, the better. That way you get your numbers up. That's not gaming, asshole.
What a douche.
Yeah, he beat Barbie because he could beat it in 1 hour. So you could call that a win.
What a douche.
Look at the fucking guy.
Ferris Bueller, don't you know that it's not about that? He has to stop. What's it he says? What is it he says in Ferris Bueller? I can't even fucking remember.
I love Ferris Bueller. I love fucking Ferris Bueller.
You've got to stop and spend time.
The principal is like Hyatt America's dad. He's a fucking diddler.
Oh God, yeah. It turned out that
Just shake it up, baby.
as soon as you look at him, though,
Work it on out. Work it on out.
Walking on
Come on,
it.
baby.
Come on,
How did they?
baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout.
yeah,
You know you got no chin, and you fear pizza, Come on and watch some cable TV now. Watch some cable TV and spread back on your futon. Spread back on your futon.
Oh, hey.
Queef sent dick pics to Candace. Queef sent dick pics.
oh my God, I can't believe that photo that you showed me. It keeps haunting me. I keep thinking about it.
Look at this photo that fucking dick cheese has up. That's Carl. Me! I'm getting older. Me! I'm getting more blind. Me! I can't see my Magic the Gathering cards. Me!
Oh, I feel bad about
Oh, my
that.
brother Philip. Me! Could you imagine the audacity of Hammy? Oh, Hammy. This guy wants to play games. Carl. I want to play games, but I can't see the screen. He plays Streets of Rage 4 with Carl. Carl doesn't want to play Streets of Rage 4. So fucking they're playing this stupid fucking game. Carl is all the way in the corner with his character punching a wall
When was
because he
this?
can't fucking see anything.
Is it recent or what? Because like I know his eyesight's been getting worse, hasn't it?
And Carl, so the troll never ends with Carl. He spent $50 on fucking Final Fantasy Pixel Remake. This fucking game, out the box, the text is so tiny. So Carl, we're talking about in the background. He's like, this fucking text is tiny. I can't see the fucking screen. Me. And it's horrible. Like, what is Square Enix thinking? Like coming out with this game with this fucking tiny text.
Wait,
It's
so
stupid.
Albo, Carl was just on there punching a wall in the corner.
Yes, I saw his
Wait,
stream.
so what was he doing? Was he trying to impersonate Rabbit Dude or something?
He's trying to impersonate Steve, Alpha Nerd.
Yeah, Alpha Nerd, isn't it?
What?
Oh, because he actually punched the wall. Rabbit punches a pillow.
Rabbit strokes into a sock.
Oh, bless him. But I feel for Carl. I do, because as soon as when Hammy told me that he was really losing his eyesight and he was losing his opportunity to play his games, I just hope he's found a way of doing his. I genuinely do hope the best for him in a different community. Like it just.
Well, of course.
Places and.
I think it's whatever drugs he's taking. I am convinced that all medication prescribed by a doctor fucks you up, and I know from firsthand experience.
There is a lot of side effects.
I used to take a lot of benzos, lots of them. All right. I'm talking about Xanax bars. I used to take about fucking 2 bottles a week. All right, like 200 count, a lot of them, and I had fucking panic attacks out the fucking ass.
I bet you did.
Panic attacks, lucid dreams. I got off all that shit. All right. Fucking Adderall. Take an Adderall. Take it like candy. Take it like fucking. You think fucking Dasha Nubin takes a lot of Dexies? Fucking Adderall out the ass. My whole sinus shit got all fucked up from taking all the pills. Pills are the worst thing on the planet, man. It fucks people up so bad.
Mm-hmm. I think what works for one person isn't going to work for everyone, and that's just the start of it before anything else. And I've been watching it today, and they were saying it's all about metabolism. What we are, the stuff that we're made of, it literally comes out of the stuff we eat, and we're all trying to make out that all these different things come from all these different reasons. It's all to do with your fucking diet in the end. And I'm like, oh my God. The penny just
look at Ricardo Cody. He's such a fucking dick. What does he eat every night? Dick. Here's what he eats.
You are what you eat. Well, yeah. I mean, oh God.
I can hear it in CP's voice. Like she is winding this fucking stream down. She wants to get out of the stream. Am I wrong?
No, sitting thinking, but if you want me to wind it down, I will do. What are we on? 2 hours. I was going to go for maybe 2.5 hours, maybe.
No,
My wife's in the other room.
2.5 hours, good. That's perfect.
Yeah, I think so. We've got 20 minutes left.
She's on another panel?
Yeah, she's on TikTok with her friends. She's on a panel.
That's hilarious.
And I'm in here.
Stream snipe.
Hey, Fago, go on TikTok. Try to find his wife, you fucking asshole troll. You'll never will. You fucking oh my back fucker.
You called it right there with Ricardo. Yeah, that's his dinner. Dinner is definitely dick on a platter, and dessert is the custard that dessert is the custard that comes out of it.
Ricardo is just this useful tool that they found someone so Tommy can play his shark game again. He can try his thing that he did with Stuttering Craig, but he's trying it now with all the women, and he's going to use Ricardo to do it so it doesn't reflect back on his channel.
So I have more evidence. It's coming in. Wait a minute. Albo News Network.
Yeah.
I have more evidence coming in on Mad Max.
Too bad I don't have the intro.
Oh, I have one. Wait.
Go ahead. You go first.
No,
you have an intro? Okay.
I have a breaking news thing. Oh, where is it? Oh, there.
We just got this in. The breaking news.
Mad Max hires RGT85 to satisfy Rhea. Albo News Network, coming at you live from the blue tent. Mad Max, Movies and Madness is a fucking simp. This fucking douchebag, not only did he saddle up to fucking Pat Contra, who called him a douchebag in a mask, and film him getting Rhea's book signed, which he more than likely bought the book for Rhea. He also filmed Pat Contra giving away gifts at a DorkCon. Filmed him for 40 minutes. Pat Contra, go fuck off, Mad Max. Well, Mad Max also hired RGT85 to do an hour stream with Rhea because Rhea wants to get her channel off the ground. Her new channel that she doesn't do any content for because she's a fucking lazy twat. Rhea's a fucking lazy twat. Busy promoting shit. She wants Mad Max to fucking promote her fucking channel that she's not going to do anything with. Thank you. She's taking a married man, taking money out of the household. Max has kids. He has a dog. She's a fucking vomit.
Oh, no way. I didn't know he was married. What? So, well,
of course he's married.
That's on him then. Fucking hell, what a sin.
Yeah, like someone said in the private chat, I wonder how Max's wife feels about the fact that fucking Rhea's in her goddamn kitchen receiving gifts from a married man. How does he explain that to her? Does he say, I'm using the money from the channel, this is for promotion? What goes on in their head, in this guy's fucking head?
What's Ray supposed to do though? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it would feel uncomfortable at first, but then it just soon becomes normalized, especially if he's just showering her with gifts and stuff. It's an interesting psychology, isn't it? Because it's like that power play is so different when it's across the internet, and then the streamers are, like you say, pedestaling people. It all goes into this what's the word, like armory of stuff that these people can use to sort of manipulate.
It's in my opinion, it's crazy. Like when you're married, you don't spend money outside. You don't spend money outside the house.
Not your family, like maybe up to a point because it's your hobby or something. You might spend a little bit. Just you want to support.
If it's for the channel, because your AdSense and everything goes back to the family, fine. But if you're showering a woman with gifts, if you're in the car with a woman giving her a Prince T-shirt, how does that create content for your goddamn channel? It's just simping. Is all it is.
Yeah, I mean, if I was that wife, I'd be a bit like, "What are you buying that Prince T-shirt?"
Yeah, that's not kosher.
Yeah, I mean, going out of the house, isn't it?
I'm not trying to tell on the guy. I'm just pointing out what kind of a douchebag he is. So when this fucking guy comes to YouTube crying about fucking his Amico deposit, get it back yourself, asshole. Like smash JT, dude. This guy trashed JT. He's a stone throw away from Tommy Tallarico's house. You just drive up the Pacific Coast Highway, the fucking Tommy Tallarico's house. Hey, give me my fucking money back. You know, that's a video. Trash JT. I would do it. Fucking if I was him, fuck yeah. Why not? What the fuck is Tommy Tallarico gonna do about it? You won't get into the house, that's for sure. I would stalk the gate. The second that fucking Ferrari pulls out, I'll fucking pull up next to him, block him in, to give me my fucking money, asshole. I don't care if I go to fucking county for it. I got a lawyer that get me outfit. That's $10,000. It's fucking outrageous.
Yeah, I know, but it's eBay.
Yeah, Fat Rhea promoting Atari VCS. Fucking.
Well, that's a different matter, isn't it? Like, yeah, depend. eBaying aside, right? What else is a woman supposed to do in this space? That's one route that she can go down. Do you know what I mean? And that's why she's still here, because she's got a reason to stay with it despite all the shit that she gets. So, like, you've got to have some vested interest in it. I'm just weird, and my vested interest is not monetary at all. But, like, there aren't many people who are going to be like that at all, are there? You know, and you get scared off as a woman. I mean, look at Saggy Mellons, what she took the fucking OnlyFans route, but she didn't do it properly, and now she's got all her shit all over YouTube, apparently. What are you supposed to do?
Who knows what's going on? Who knows what's going on with Droopy Balls? Like, hey, fucking Tony, TGD. This fucking dick face bans me and Volp for calling Droopy Ballsack a fucking lame, fucking simp, fucking vomit on her channel. Bans us. And where's Droopy Ballsack now? Fucking Tony TGD, you fucking douchebag.
God.
Nowhere.
That's going back a fair bit. I think Tony was about.
Fuck yeah, it is. This is when Tony had 50 subs. 50 fucking subs, and his asshole's banning us. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? What is Droopy Ballsack bringing to the table? I got information on fucking e-beggars. Volp has the same. Volp has information on the Amico. We're viable. The fucking Droopy Ballsack is just a fucking tag-along.
We're talking how many years ago now? How long ago was that? 3 years ago? No.
I don't forget anything, dude.
Yeah,
we're talking about 4 or 5 years ago.
No.
I don't know. Volp can correct me. Anything I just said was wrong.
Could be 4 years ago, couldn't it? Because it was like 2001, wasn't it? 2001.
Probably less time than that. Who knows? I go back in time and I look at videos from like a long time ago, and I'm shocked at the what year they were. You know?
When you're like 14 fucking years ago, when I put that, it was like a little stupid Christmas thing. It's that Rhett and Link one. It's just always they just do that closed caption Christmas song, and I just fucking love it. And every year I put it up, and every year I'm shocked at how old it is. It's like 15 years old. It feels like I only watched it for the first time last year. It's so crazy.
Don't disclose this if you don't want to. But do you celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, I did Christmas this year. It was all right.
Crimbo, right?
What's your favorite Christmas song?
Oh, fucking hell. I made my own.
You just a fag with a bad.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, do the part that I like.
Oh, I know
He
which one
should
that
be
is.
hung
You
from a fucking
should
tree.
be hung from a tree and beaten till his brain bleeds. That's not even. That's not even the worst one though. That YouTube would actually be so fucking like pussy hurt about it. Like I've done like 12 songs that said worse shit. I literally did one on 8-Bit Eric where I said I wanted to snap his neck. I did one on Evil where I said, "Oh, I can't wait till he kills himself." Like, dude, there was worse shit that I said than that.
That's just crazy.
It's all about, like I was saying in the privet. It's all about what people flag.
Yeah.
And who does the flagging, and we know who does it.
The genius in that song is because, like, no offense, but like they're hung from a tree and stuff. It's very on the nose and all that stuff. But then to go from that to just randomly into Rambling Man was just absolutely fucking
hypocrisy moment.
Yeah, that was like the cherry on top right there.
It was banging.
Anybody out there saying that Hide America, if he ever says Rumble's free speech, my guy, then why you ban my comments and you say I don't want my channel to be flagged on Rumble, fuckface? Because I put it all out there in your fucking chat, and he says I don't want my channel to be flagged. I thought Rumble was free speech. You should have seen the words I put. I tested the boundaries of Rumble, what it would upload, and it wouldn't upload anything I wrote. I wrote Jeff Hyatt butt raped his brother, and it wouldn't accept the video. They fucking banned everything.
My name is Jeff Hyatt. What's your name?
It's absolutely shocking.
Man, I did a video doing basically threatening the guy's life, and it wouldn't accept the video. So
Well,
Rumble's a bunch of bullshit.
Fucking going after them for these. Those victims are still around, but that's just my opinion. Do you know what I mean? This is this space. I'm not going to fucking tell anyone what to do with the comment section. But like at the same time, that's just not something I ever agreed with. I thought that was going too low because there are people who were involved with that who are traumatized by it and they might see it. But you know, that's just my two pence.
How's Victor Vega doing? How's Victor Vega doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
I like Avop's commenter.
I know. Well, you're right. Well, actually, I don't know if I might have said something that might make you think that, but it's a good guess.
Vic, you're not over there eavesdropping on your wife in the next room, are you?
No.
It happens in every family, man. I have not to speculate, but I had the same situation going on in my family.
My sister wasn't there, otherwise we probably would have argued. But no, she went up to see her fella's grandparents that year, but this next year we're going to hers, so we probably will have a big old fight, all of us together. But it was me and my mum this year having a row because she's getting old and she needs home help, and she's like, "You want to put me in a home?" And I'm like, "No, can't you understand that you got it upside down? The reason I want you to come and get a home help is so that we don't put you in a fucking home." That's crazy old woman. Yeah, that's what I was doing at Christmas.
Yeah, they get stubborn.
Yeah. I hope I don't end up like that. I'm not far from that.
Heck and Steve put his Can you guys hear me? Heck and Steve.
Yeah.
He moved in with his mom, and he files a 1099 on caring for his mom and calls it a job. That's some son he got.
Pig. You fat
fucking vomit.
pig.
Yeah, I agree with you, Yorgo. I agree with you. Like, fuck Mariah Carey. They should put my shit up every holiday season.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
It's been banned as well. Just the same. Lost media. We need it re-uploaded for Christmas. Better start making.
I like Queef's song with in like the thumbnail you put.
I don't think I got to hear half of it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Don't put your mother in a hole.
Oh hey.
I know. I'm not gonna.
That's more like a Finbar accent.
Thank you.
Me personally, I think my favorite one had to be the one for old Ed.
Oh yeah, I go with a family member. Well, good guess. It was my mum. Yeah.
Here comes the drunk. Here comes the drunk. The
I like that
big
one.
beer belly bum.
Thumbnail was good too.
Yeah. I thought it was a real picture of evil. I was like, what the fuck?
Forever alone, still living at home and looking at tits on his phone. Man, Ed, we are so very glad that we are not you. Forever useless, always wrong, and we can't wait till you're gone.
So good.
Wow.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
Here comes Santar.
It's all doing very good spirits as well.
Louis Crosby.
Louis Crosby.
And the thing is, as well, it is that, like, I'm so glad I've got him because, like, he's got to deal with that sort of stress and franticness of trying to stay above
Louis Valley.
the fucking reality all the time instead of just embracing it and being part of it and just accepting himself for who he is.
Thank you very much.
You can't make fun of a guy in a sauna.
I'm gonna sue you.
I'm going to sue you.
I liked your idea earlier when you were saying OEB pictures, or what was it? OEB.
I'm gonna get it. I gotta find them though, cause fucking the pictures are hard to find. I had one that's great, but I forgot what channel it was fucking on.
What do you think about open every picture? What was it? OEB
Open every kid's pant Pete.
But like I thought that's a goal for chudders. You could do only
Hey everybody. OEBP here. I gotta do a whole video on OEBP when I come back to YouTube. He's one of my favorite creators to keep up with.
I did follow him for a little bit after with the pack opening Pete thing, 'cause I thought it was an interesting thing for someone to be so nichely into. Like, that's outside of my frame of reference. That someone just like buying packs and like hockey packs. That's just like, I don't.
I mean, dude, if you think about the trajectory, that's the closest thing I have to Carl, by the way. If you think about the trajectory of OEB Pete, the whole discussion about his head, Volp did a whole expose on his split head and how he gets money from the fucking government for his fucking head. And this fucking guy, now he paywalls his face. Now you can only see his face when he live streams, and he's members only.
Really?
It's the only time. Yeah. He's so self-conscious about the whole situation.
Has it worked out for him? Has he got lots of people following him for these pack opening?
I can't tell because YouTube, like with Patreon it puts it all out there. Like if you have a Patreon, you have to disclose on the front of your page how much money you receive every month. Like Lazy Game Reviews, he gets. Are you ready for this? He gets $12 grand a month from his Patreon. $12 grand. Suckers. Brian's manhole. Hey, there's Brian's manhole. I'm the first person. Tommy Talrico. Brian's manhole. This fucking guy gets $8 a month on Patreon. $8. All right. Wow. So you got the haves and have-nots on Patreon. With the join button, it's all secret. Everything you have no information. Now, there's a fucking guy in Evil Cream's circle. This fucking guy, Fat Boys and Nonsense. This fucking dog diddler. He does videos with a kid that looks like he's of age now. But I went back and I saw videos from a couple years ago. The kid's not far away from 18, and he obviously diddles the kid too. Oh, yeah. But that's just my speculation. Here's something you cannot speculate on.
Yeah.
He wants $50 a month from his audience for his garbage content. $50. You think someone's gonna pay him $50 a month on Join to fucking play stupid fucking games? What's asshole guy.
That's what fucking pisses me off.
King of all buttocks, you would really enjoy this.
What?
He dresses the dog up for videos. So the dog was dressed as a fucking elf. Like the dog doesn't want that shit in their body. All right, leave the dogs alone.
No.
This guy's a dog diddler.
That's cruel.
Exactly. He dressed the dog up like fucking Rudolph. Get the fuck out of here, man.
You know, of all these people, I can't stand the most is LGR. That's the guy I hate more than everybody.
I mean, bro, and LGR. So, okay, get this. That Patreon, that's for one channel. He has like 4 other channels. He has a cooking channel. He has a cooking channel with a join button. He has a fucking bird watching channel. So the channel is a 24-hour bird watch.
Watches birds.
He has a bird feeder in the back, and he films all the birds and deers eating out of his fucking bird feeder. Charges money for that. Wow. He has a paywall in there. You see exclusive birds if you pay him money.
Wow.
He has an extras channel. The extras channel has its own join button. The extras channel, he's drinking energy drinks, and he's confused as to what it is. He doesn't know what a fucking energy drink is. Fucking douchebag.
This is the same piece of shit when the
same person.
Happened. This is the same piece of shit.
Yeah.
When the hurricane happened, he's begging money and he's got tons of money already. Meanwhile, that money should have gone to people who really did need it. Families.
Facts.
I'm just so interested in the audience of these people.
A private GoFundMe just for him.
Cunts, these little cunts, you know what I mean? They're all little.
See, there's other creators who like. There's a guy, big creator. This guy, Maximilian Dude, fucking vomit. This fucking guy is coming to YouTube talking about the fires are right outside of his door and fucking putting a link to his goddamn join button. All right, join my channel because it might burn down tomorrow. All right, why would you join the channel if the fucking channel burns down?
Yeah.
But to speak on him, he had his then another guy, Mark Plyer, $30 million. He's begging for money too, but for a fund that goes to everybody who's displaced from the fires. And meanwhile, you know those funds are being fucking. It's all going to one person. None of that stuff's going to the fucking people.
Yeah.
It's called
I don't know
FEMA.
who said that. If I wanted to give to that, I would go directly to give to that.
Right.
I'm not gonna
Exactly,
go through
bro.
some
Right.
YouTube
Right.
guy.
Right.
Yeah, like Atari Creep. Atari Creep wants you to give him money, so he gives it to the fucking Alzheimer's.
That makes no sense.
It's because he gets kickback. He gets
It's a cult.
kickback. All the money that you donate to him, he writes off.
Of
It's a
course.
fucking douchebag.
It's a cult, and it's like we've all, well, not us necessarily, because we've like been like where the grumpy old bastards in the corner who won't do it, but like most people on YouTube have now been sort of conditioned to, it's like, you know, into the likes, into the donations, and then to get validation from doing that. And so it's like, and from giving the donations, it's all been normalized, as we've seen, and all that shit with fucking Gerard and all that.
People are still doing it though.
Yeah, so people will do, so the next generation of people who aren't in this sort of small circle, and some other parts probably of like grumpy old bastards, are all just like they get so much back from it. So by the time, my point is that by the time these little cults have gone on for so long, all they need to do is just put like whatever's fashionable, whatever trigger word is, and go, oh, this week, this is the theme of the donations this week, basically, and they can use anything they want. They know that's not going to anyone.
Yeah, Ricardo, pay attention.
The fucking fires. They're just like, oh, we can donate money to him now because we can all have a bit of fake drama, and we'll just invent, because if that guy will be, whoever it is, I'm just talking about streamers in general, they'll just be jonesing for some content. They'll just be thinking about some topic. They're like, what can we do this week? I've got to put something on for these fuckers. They've paid for it. I've done everything. What we're going to do? Oh, look, there's a fire. Right, fucking hell, that's what we're going to do. And that's all it is.
And I'm waiting for Trash JT to do it. See, Trash JT won't, because the general consensus with the wildfires is all the fucking wokies are coming to the fucking to the front begging Oprah and all this shit. So
Oprah.
I heard. Was it you that was concurring with me about the plasma? It was about the plasma ray thing with the fucking blue things, and they're not burning. There's something.
I'm not attached to that. I know nothing about that.
Is not you saying about the plasma gun?
Hey, right here, CP. I know nothing about it.
Fair enough.
Of course. I'm on board for all that, man.
There's pictures that have even from
here. Let me put.
Hasn't burned.
I mean, I know stuff about. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know anything about it. I had a fucking point. Okay, so in our backyard, you got a guy like No Swear Gamer. This fucking guy sounds like Winnie the Pooh. Hey everybody, it's No Swear Gamer. I'm here to play some games. Another guy whose nuts are in a vice. He sounds like a fucking 12-year-old kid.
Nuts in a vice.
Nuts in a vice. Fucking garbage content. E-beggar. So I go to this guy's fucking channel and I say, hey, fuckface, why do you want us to pay you money? All right. He says all the donations that come to the channel go to charity. I want receipts, asshole. Like you can just say that all fucking day. I don't see where you donate money, cocksucker face. Always repeat, same thing. All the money goes to Open My Cheeks, the Open Cheek Fund. Where's the fucking receipts? I don't see any receipts on your goddamn channel, OEBP. Rex's show told me the same thing. He says, if I get a donation, I give it to charity.
You're actually right about that, King, by the way.
Yeah, I am right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of that dude, just like Cupcakes are afraid of that dude. I'm afraid he's gonna fucking eat me.
Yep.
Well, I'm on the 2.5 hour mark, so closing thoughts from everybody. Thank you for coming, by the way, and I'd like to do this more often.
Here's my closing thought.
My closing thoughts are...
Right. My closing thought is CPE, you're my hero.
Oh, you all my heroes as well.
When a hero comes along with the strength to carry on.
Yes. That's it. We're the
he
ones.
Has no chin.
You know it. Yeah,
you know, Queefy has no chin.
He was the first one to fall with that disease, the disease of the safe space. And now they're falling with it as well. They got it from Ricardo, contracted it.
I like whenever CP. I like whenever I like whenever CPE talks about queef, and he says like chin
Oh, hey.
or chin. Whenever you describe queef, like chinless cheerleaders or something like that. Very funny.
We love CPE over here. We love her.
Oh, thank you guys, and I love you.
Hey, fucking king of all, not king of all bugs. Uya Fago. I
Yeah.
fucking love CPE, cocksucker. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? When you pull up, you fucking sore back, fucking bitch. Your fucking leader, your leader is fucking got your whole card. She knows all the information on all you fucks.
That's right.
Deal with it.
That's
all you
right.
fucking
It's all
Herbs have your head up your fucking ass. You wouldn't
Word.
know
Exactly.
a notification from your dick.
Exactly. That part.
Attaboy, Victor.
Yeah, these guys don't realize that
One by
CP made them.
one, they're all gonna come out.
These guys don't realize that CP
Chinless
made them
homies,
just
that's
as
the
easily
one.
as she could break
Chinless
them.
homies.
Well, they're going, they're running, aren't they? They're running off and making their own thing in another place because that's what we're going to try and do. And it's a process of laundering there. They're just going to launder it until eventually it could well be, it could probably something else, but it'll be like potentially Q with his massive fucking pinball empire going, oh, I've got all these people who love my pinball. Yeah, or whatever. And then it's like, but they've just got secret channels where they just have these like donkey meetings. All he wants is a load of donkeys that don't answer back. So that's what he's on a quest for, I think. So that's what he's doing. But let him go and fucking.
He's on a quest for Corey Feldman's cock.
I mean, what they've led me to, you see, now is to look at the demographic of what. See, it's like how that community changes. That's what I'm going to be looking at now. Like how.
Q wants to fucking diddle Corey Feldman just like how fucking Michael Jackson did.
Ooh.
Exactly. He sees the target on his ass cheeks.
We're just ignorant. Yeah,
the funny thing that Corey will probably like it because he's so fucking used to it.
All right.
I got a bail.
Double.
Thanks for coming.
What are Lewis's and
good night, everybody.
Victor Vega's last thoughts?
Good night, brother.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.
My last thoughts.
What was that? Oh.
Stay safe.
Here's my
I was
last
asking,
thought.
what is Victor Vega's and Lewis's last thoughts as the 2.5 hour mark has passed already?
I could do my last thoughts right now.
That's what people do on the internet. They have nothing else to do. They should all have very busy jobs and lives, and then they wouldn't have so much time to spend so much nasty time on the internet.
Very true from the OG.
That's my fellow New Yorker, Judge Judy.
I love Judge Judy. She's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, I was in an elevator with her once.
Nice.
Yeah, we already know that story.
Did you try to pick her up?
I didn't say anything. I was just quiet.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's probably what you should do.
When you got like high grade weed in your briefcase, you don't say stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to Judge Judy.
Maybe she'd have wanted some.
I only deal with verified clients. I don't.
Well, that's very true. Very true.
Not kidding.
Well, yeah, it's the way to do it, isn't it?
Nope. I did. I've recruited people.
Pardon?
I've recruited people, but I know who they were. A couple of them were famous.
Have you?
So, yeah.
How do you recruit them?
I'm sitting at a coffee shop and I look at them and say, "Hey, I love your stuff," and we get to talking once. And she's like, "What do you do for a living?" And I tell her, I was like, "Hey, I know you because I know that she smokes from her public media stuff, you know."
Right, yeah.
So she really? I said, "Yeah, I got some stuff for you right now. Go back to your place or something. I'm a cool guy. Look at me. I'm wearing a suit and a tie. I'm not a widow." And there you go.
Yeah, make fun of me and my nose while you do this.
Yeah, I mean, no one's gonna fucking suspect somebody wearing a suit doing anything like that, you know.
No, it's true. It's true. No, yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. But when I've not rung him or anything, this guy, but he came up and he gave me. I was just sat in the park. And he was like, "Do you smoke weed?" And I was like, "Is that obvious?" Like,
I'm sure those poor little kids didn't suspect Joe Biden of fucking being anybody.
Joe Biden's a scumbag.
Yeah, he wore a suit.
He's a scumbag.
And look at those poor kids. I'm sure they didn't suspect a single thing, did they?
Yep, those poor kids who got sent to juvenile prison and detention by that fucking judge that for money that Joe Biden pardoned. Yep, exactly. Well said.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
What was it like? All a setup? They sent a load of innocent kids to.
Yeah.
Detention, so
The judge was a child court judge, for, family court, and usually he dealt with juvenile delinquents and problem kids in schools, and he sent these kids to juvenile detention centers. These juvenile detention centers were owned by friends of his, and the government paid for the kids to stay in there because
that's just the bit that we know about, innit? Well, I didn't.
Right. And so Joe Biden fucking pardoned this guy who sent innocent kids to get jailed.
Untouchable. See, that's it. When there's no observer,
fucking
turd. It's not like there isn't any observer because it's just that those voices have been shut down. So this is the same fucking shit manifest. I think it was Alba who was saying about him being like, but like I was saying, I agreed, and I thought Ricardo was a bit like. He's got that politician thing going on.
You know why people don't like Albo? You know why people don't like Albo? Because he tells the truth. He's not afraid to tell the truth. He doesn't care.
True to himself, and that is what's actually stood the test of time for me, and how I know who's got worth and who hasn't in the end when it comes down to it, with whatever everyone's done and everything like that. But when it comes down to it, who stayed the same? And well, like not even stayed the same as in stagnant all the time, and who's a flip-flopping fucker? Who's completely changed and changes all the time. The difference is there, isn't it? That's where the quality is.
Yeah.
They've put all their quality into the shit.
I wonder what Lewis's last thoughts are.
My last thoughts are pretty poignantly clear.
Yep.
Great stream, CP. You continue being the queen that you are, and King definitely can't rub your buttocks the way that I could.
Woo!
Well, there's a challenge. The gauntlet's been thrown.
That's a bit of a fun fact.
Victor Vega, even though he never showed up to my Save Victor Vega stream 5 months ago, I
have to work in the morning.
Yeah, I've got to sort some stuff out.
Well, I think my streams are more important.
Well, hopefully I'll be around a bit more, and we'll do this again. I'd love to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll do karaoke at some point as well once I'm a bit more sorted. Get on with that.
Lewis will win that one for sure, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure I will.
Choice of songs, I think, definitely.
Sorry, I've been looking at this. I just want to know what this sound clip is.
I know it's rare.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Wonderful.
The hell was that?
Oh, what's folks?
He's a nutter.
He's
a nutter, he is.
Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy? Or are you gonna bite?
No, I'm gonna go.
Okay, Cupcake. Good night.
All right, night, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for coming, everyone. Thanks for everyone in the chat. Chudders.
Thank you.
And
Salutations.
And everyone else. Okay. Bye.
Toodles.